Oh man, what's up, man? Feels good to be back in the motherfucking building. We back.
Yes,
I'm
indeed.
back. It's been a week and a half. It's been a long week and a half, but we back and we got shit to do. We got shit to discuss. We got shit to talk about. So if you're listening right now on a replay or the live show, whatever you listen on, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. If you are listening to the audio version only, SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes, make sure you're subscribed on those platforms as well for the audio version only. We got a lot of catching up to do, a lot of things that we got to, kind of retroactively discuss right now, today. So salute Moise in the chat, salute to you. But yeah, we're gonna get into things. We got a lot of shit to discuss, a lot of things to talk about, and that's how we're gonna do it here tonight. So I got a couple good things. So I'm gonna let Bryce. I want you to you go first, and then I'll go after you.
Yeah, I'm about to say I ain't really got much, but just
Damn,
been
it's been a week
feeling
and a half,
good.
big dog.
I mean, hey man, what you call it? What's the caterpillar when they go into hibernation? Little shit. We in one of those phases where we kind of
You in a
just chilling.
cocoon, I guess.
Yeah, we in a cocoon. We
You're
just
trying to
kind of chilling
transform.
right now. We just chilling, but I came across some good shit, man. I'm just trying to put it into play, man. I don't want to speak too soon, so.
All right, that's good.
I'm
So,
just
anyways,
doing good. I'm
my bad. I
positive.
want to cut off your good shit.
Nah, that's it. I ain't have much.
All right, so my good shit is, if you follow me, you probably see me posted on here. You probably see me posted on social media. I had a baby, a beautiful baby girl. So, if I had a soundboard right now, I'd give it a clap it up for me right now. Birth, birth is beautiful, man. I watched the whole thing. It's, women, for the black women get that birth, man. That's a motherfucker. I tell you that right now. I
That
couldn't
whole
imagine.
9 months of motherfucker.
I couldn't
God damn.
imagine. I couldn't imagine having to do that. Even after the birth, the shit that they got to go through.
Nothing
Their bodies go through.
about having a
Like it's a
baby I can ever
that
imagine.
I ain't gonna lie. Like obviously I'm married, right? So my wife doesn't have to go through the whole after part alone, right? Women that aren't married, if you're having a baby, you should be married, or at least have a person that's gonna be at home with you all the time after that baby comes home, because it is not an easy thing to do by yourself. I couldn't imagine. Women who are single women, or women that just get pregnant by dudes, and the dude be there for the baby shower and he'd never be there after the birth. I feel sorry for those women.
It's tough.
Whether they put themselves in their space or not, that's a tough
The whole
job to do.
process of raising a child by yourself is tough, but yeah, even that small part because you're so hurt, it's a lot going on in that. It's a lot of
If you get a
healing.
C-section,
It's a
it's like
lot
you
to
got to
do.
be healed even more.
And then you got to think some
Salute to them.
people. You got to think how fast some women got to go back to work. Like,
yep, got to put the babies in daycare. Like they a month and a half old, they got to go to daycare. But that's my other good thing is, and this is no way comparable to, a child being born, but I got the little water thing. I don't know if any of y'all live in apartments. They come to your crib, they say, "Hey, we deliver the water things. We got the machine. You can rent it per month. Yada yada yada." I rent that shit. That shit's lovely. Like the water, like the big jugs in the water
yeah,
machine. That's
make
just
the
little.
water taste better.
Yeah, that's just my other little good thing.
It be little things, man.
It's the little things in life, right? So yeah, kids, beautiful, blessed A2 met her today. Seeing your two kids in the same room, I just feel with love and joy, So I don't know. Do
Hey,
you want to
shout
hop
out
into
to
that
South.
first?
Oh no, I want. We got a few more comments. Shout out to South Africa, and
Shit,
it's Aria, right?
Aria, yeah.
Aria, that's her name.
Salute to South Africa, the building. Made like a thick Pinocchio.
But you know we gonna hop into it, man. We can get right into it.
We can get to it. So, anyways, so I guess Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, they went to court today, right? And I've been waiting because I thought they was going to court in January, but that's what they said. But then I guess it got moved to February. And pretty much now, if Akademiks didn't tweet whatever he tweeted, all we would know about the trial to this point would be it got pushed back again to April. So it's like pushback to get pushback to get pushback to get pushback, right? And everybody always says, I don't care about this anymore. Why do we have to keep? But every time it comes up, it's the biggest discussion on the internet every single time. And the people who say they don't engage in it are still engaged in the conversation. So, anyways, Akademiks posted a tweet that said something to the effect of there was no DNA found on the gun that was supposedly used in the shooting of Megan Thee Stallion. Right? That was the first tweet he tweeted out. Something that is not exactly the quote, but something like that. Started getting picked up on social media. He deleted the tweet. I was like, okay, why did he delete the tweet? That's a little weird. Like, why would he tweet that and then take it back? In my mind, I was like, this is a propaganda campaign against Megan Thee Stallion. I'm on my defender stage. You know what I'm saying? They try to put the propaganda already on it. God damn. And she posts like, niggas already posted shit. Nigga, we didn't went to court. How the fuck you know that? We didn't even been to court yet. Court didn't even started yet. And y'all niggas tweeting shit out. So I guess
he talked to the lawyer. What you mean?
That's what it looked like. So she said, y'all got breaking news 15 minutes before court started, and nobody's even been called in yet. Y'all trying to win a social media campaign. This is my real life. Y'all trying to get retweets, spreading false narratives. I am Akademiks. Why are you lying? What did you gain? So she's trying to put out the, nigga, you must have gained something from doing this and talking down and talking shit, right? So obviously Akademiks responded, and he put out the tweet. Like, he deleted the first tweet, then he tweeted this update: Tory Lanez trial adjourned till April, with Tory's lawyer telling the court they have completed DNA results from the prosecution, which is very pleasing to his client. He said, I saw this doc myself. It literally says it was inconclusive in finding Tory DNA on the gun or the magazine. So that's a big deal.
So I got a question. So there's no DNA on the gun, and then there's no body powder or gunpowder on him.
That's what they said the last time it was in court, like December, something like that. Like, there was no gun residue found on him.
So that is still a fact that there was no gun residue on him.
Well, that's what his attorney said. But I mean, I'm sure she can't just be spewing out whatever the fuck. So it looked to be the case there, right? So then it went into a full-on like social media fucking storm. She called, because he was calling stuff like Big Act or some shit like that, like he always does. And then she was like, I know some of y'all blogs on payroll, but please don't get sued trying to create a hate campaign. Be a real journalist and post facts. To my haters, keep making yourself look stupid. I don't care. So, it evolved. Act went on Twitch. He did his Twitch thing. That shit blew up. Pure entertainment. And like I said, every time this shit comes out, more shit. It's just like more conversation is spread. And then every time something comes out, it does make it look more and more and more that Megan Thee Stallion being shot by Tory Lanez. Not saying not shot at all, but at least being shot by Tory Lanez. Don't look,
So can we say if she do this, is this person like a lunatic? Like what do we call this person now? Like I'm wondering. Like
who we talking about?
I mean, we know she's a liar, but like if somebody really tried to lie on somebody like to this extent and still trying to still ain't dropped no charges, still trying to press the issue.
Well, this is the thing. She's not even like a part of she's a witness, right? But she's not like a part. Like, she didn't press charges. Like,
okay, it's a deal.
They had to, like, the state had to pick that up. Like, we can't have somebody getting shot. Like, we're gonna pick this up, right? Okay. But even still, every time something happens, she comments on it. It's like, at this point, she has to realize, like, maybe in the beginning it was all good, but now she's not gonna win the social media battles. Right. You might as well not say shit. If you really feel like, hey, he shot you, there's gonna be evidence to show that he did, just wait till, because once trial comes, you can't beat the trial. Once the trial gets here, motherfuckers start taking the stand, the bodyguard take the stand, her best friend take the stand, evidence get dropped, videos come out. You ain't gotta say nothing, because you're not going to social media about it. Obviously, every time she opens her mouth on social media, it constantly looks like she's contradicting herself, or she lied, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It looks that way.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever seen anything like this. Like, OJ trial was pretty crazy. Like, but like, just straight up, like, Jussie Smollett was pretty crazy. That was pretty wild. That's crazy. But like, I don't think we've seen this where two high profile people go into like this type of like serious, like, it's gonna cost one of y'all careers. If he going to jail, or your career is over because you lied and now everybody's gonna hate you. So it's like, this is some crazy ass shit to even be like witnessing, I guess. Like, I don't even know, like.
But this is the thing too. But let me be honest. Now, people will probably say I'm caping for making the statement right here, right? But let's not act like just because someone is found innocent in court doesn't mean they didn't do what the fuck they did. Let's not act like that niggas don't go walking all the time. Let's not act like rapists don't go. Let's not act like niggas don't be walking.
My constant rebuttal to this is it's rare that a black man is the one getting off. You can say that for white men.
But look who he's victimizing. He's victimizing a black woman. They don't give a fuck about black women.
What? What? There's more black men in jail. What are we talking about? I'm confused. What?
No, they could be in jail. I'm not saying they're not in jail, but I'm saying the courts don't give a fuck about black women. That's what they would say. That would be somebody's rebuttal to you if they were on that type.
But it's black women versus black men. What? I'm so confused. Like, so we're gonna sit.
What did Malcolm X say? Black women are the most disrespected, denigrated. What Malcolm X say? Was that Malcolm X or was that Martin Luther King? I think it was Malcolm X.
I seen somebody say Malcolm X said, "Hey man, he can believe what he wants." I mean, that nigga, everything he said ain't gold. Like, I mean, when I don't like to make it a competition on who's more oppressed, but clearly black men are more incarcerated, more killed. That's men in general.
Well, yeah, that's men in general. That's white men versus white women.
Black men have a lower population, like, than anybody else because of us being in jail and all that other shit. So I don't know. I mean, they attack us to get to our women so they can raise more kids to be more dysfunctional. So I don't, like I said, I don't want to make it no competition. They're attacking both of us. Like, they just doing it on different fronts and angles. So I hate that argument in general. Like,
this man copping please instead of taking accountability. You were wrong. We ain't been to how can I be wrong? I'm like, we ain't been to trial yet. We ain't been to trial. We don't know. Tory may be just good at the fuck social media report. We got to go to the court. I need to see what the judge got. Like, if all, like, this is my thing too. Let's take it to the court, right? And I'm not a fucking jury lawyer. I'm not a jury. I didn't go to Harvard Law School. I ain't go none of that shit. All this shit is entered into evidence, right? Before a judge says, let's move forward with this case, right? I would believe if a judge wouldn't waste his time if he said there was no DNA, no this, no that. What the fuck are we charging the motherfucker with no evidence? That's what I would think, right? I would think that. And also, I just can't believe why she would do this. That's really like, if it was nothing else besides that, I wouldn't even. I'd be like, what the fuck? She has too much to lose.
She's an abusive woman. And
abusive to who? What are you long history? Who said that?
She got past history of domestic violence, if I'm not mistaken. She been, the cops got caught on her for past relationship. If I'm not mistaken. I haven't done research on this shit in a long time, but when I was doing my backlog and trying to defend Tory, I came across some interesting things about her past. And then, so just say, I
can say the same thing about Tory Lanez. He's got a history of abuse. Selena Powell said beat the shit out of her. We can do the same thing.
It might be true. It might be true. All I'm saying is, and if she go unchecked and being unaccountable, like, it's easy for somebody to do that. Like, bro, we've seen plenty of white women do this to us, like, over the years. We've seen white men do it to us over the years. They make up some shit. We didn't do it. They got in their feelings. They got, like, they got either their feelings hurt or whatever, their ego hurt, and they make up a lie. And then they
let me tell you something. If that's what she really did, if that's what she really did, she's the biggest fucking idiot in the world. You have way too much to lose to just for a spiteful takedown, or even like just in the moment, like, because once you say he shot you on Instagram Live, you can't just come out and take that shit back. You gotta pedal to the middle with that shit.
Bro, some people are so big headed, they don't think they doing no wrong, bro. They justify it. She got millions of fans that's in her ears. She got people that's just got just as much money supporting her. Bro, she's delusional. She in a delusional thought bubble. It's easy for me to see somebody get like this, bro. We see it in other, like, examples, just not to this extreme. But I can see it happening where she's just this person that, bro, she don't really, like, let's bring Tasha K into it. She don't really see she doing no wrong, right? Like, but like, this person's like evil, but like, she feels so justified.
You don't want to fuck with somebody like Tasha K. Because obviously she'll do anything. Like, I see her tweet to Akademiks about this shit. She said, I got the women's in my DM saying you drugged and robbed them. I'm like, you just looking for shit to do.
And if you see people how low they are stoop and don't, like, they double down on the nasty shit that they do. Like, I've seen women at some bad, like, we've seen, okay, a toxic, negative ass man, Hitler, we get all the fucking niggas that school shooters and shit. Like, we know what toxic masculinity look like. But then it's this toxic, like it's a different side of things, bro. And there's some nasty shit that go on there. Just how we could be negative, they got their side of it. And Tasha K is one of those people. Like she even was advocating for like saying that it's okay to hit Tommy Sorter, like, and that the woman should be able to hit. Like this lady to me is like insane.
Yeah.
But she's an example of like, bro, when something goes unchecked and that person never holds themselves accountable, how nasty they can get. And imagine being around that person. This is like what we see on the outside. Imagine being a child of that lady, or being
Let's
someone that has to work
let's
for that
go
lady.
for let's go to this angle, right? Because this is an interesting angle to go to. So this guy says Akademiks basically said Tory sent him the document saying the DNA includes. So doesn't it? Now I get it. Now like this is my thing too. Think about it like this. This is like another wave of thought you can go down. If I know I'm innocent, right, and I know I'm gonna, Tory Lanez knows all this shit. I know I'm gonna be proven innocent in the court. Fuck court of public opinion in the court. Why am I constantly sending a blog or stuff to post for the court of public opinion? If you know you, because once you're guilty in court, who gives a fuck what public opinion think? OJ glove don't fit. You don't give a fuck. He's free. Casey Anthony killed her daughter. Who fucking knows? She's free. Who knows? But why would he be doing that? And to me, the only reason, if he was to be doing that, to me, it would only be to, if he does go down, and this would happen anyways. Even if Tory Lanez got convicted of this, people would still say they'll go to another narrative. Oh, they try to take the black man down. Like that's what they'll go to. That'll be the narrative that gets ran that way. Narratives are gonna get ran either way it go. Whether he's innocent or not, narrative's gonna get ran. And it looks like on social media narrative, he's got the narrative that, hey, even if I did do it and they prove I did it, people are going to believe he didn't do it.
But the thing is, for someone to believe that Tory didn't do it, and when we know how black women, you can't say anything wrong against black women. When people like Joe Budden to come out, like it's so many black men that have come out if you speaking wrong against black women. So if the overall masses of people are supporting Tory Lanez, it's something up. Because most people naturally pick the woman's side because they play the victim shit. Like we see the council culture. We see that where they come from. It ain't men leading council culture. It's not men leading the LGBT movement like that. Like, so we understand. Like that's what I say. If we could see a man in this day and age when it's so easy to counsel men for being toxic, like it's literally bad to be a man right now in this era. If you watch movies and shit that's out right now. And Tory Lanez able to.
I think we would have if Meg Thee Stallion didn't talk every time something happened. I think she in like the public court of opinion will be in a lot better space. But the fact that every time something comes out,
shit that made sense, or at least initially in the beginning, like you gotta knock a lot of the reason that people don't. A lot of the reason that people don't listen and believe her right now is because of what's her actions. It's not just because she talked, because Tory was talking, but the things he said so happened to make sense. Versus what she said didn't. But I want to say this. What you talking about him going like on live or like putting stuff on social media, I don't think we're dealing with the brightest people.
Well, I'm talking about going to a blogger, using a blogger to post.
But I don't think we're dealing with the most, like the brightest people in general. Like even with, not saying they're dumb, but they can be emotional, they can be reactionary, they're human. Just like Antonio Brown, or they may do some shit in the moment where it's like, when you look at their actions, maybe they may be justified, but you would be like, I wouldn't have done that, or you probably could have did that better. So I could say that for both sides, whether it's Meg or Tory. So when we say why they're doing this, I don't think neither one of them is thinking clearly at this moment about the situation. Because a wise person to bench state on social media, if either side, whether you did it or didn't do it, or whether you're lying, like it's no reason to be on social media. Like you're only losing, I think, in a short term or whatever. But so
and the thing that Tory Lanez does so good, not in this instance, because this instance it's real direct with what they're talking about. He's talking about Meg. She posted a text message from him. He said, because look, and then I think this is the thing too. Tory Lanez is thinking more, especially with the social media. I don't know about the court shit. The court shit is gonna be where the court's gonna be, but social media strategic wise, he may be telling the truth too. But anyways, what I'm saying is he's more like logical with his responses to her. If like she's just going straight off emotion, everything she posts is straight off emotion. Somebody says something, she gets triggered because she posted like their text messages, right? It said, this was like the night after the shooting. He texted her, he said, Meg, I know you're probably never going to talk to me again, but I genuinely want you to know I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I was just too drunk. Nonetheless, shit should have never happened, and I can't change what I did. I just feel horrible, right? So when you hear that, in context to the shooting. The naked eye would assume like, oh, he must be talking about because he shot her, right? That's what you would assume. The text message right the day after, but he said, I can't control what he say. He said, good dick had me fucking two best friends and I got caught. That's what I apologize for. It's sick how you spun it though. So it's like she's rolling into the punch every time. She thinks she's weaving, but she gets smacked she posts something and then he coming back with some shit. It's like, hey, maybe he was apologizing for fucking two best friends because that's the story that's been out there. That makes sense more than, I'm apologizing for shooting, even though that could be why. But he just always has upper hand on his. And he could be telling the truth too. I'm not saying he's lying, but on social media aspect, he's always got the upper hand on Meg Thee Stallion every time.
Well, how I feel about it, how I usually look at things, like the one that's actually more emotional, a lot of times, not all the time, is the one that may be the one lying or wrong in a situation or losing the argument. That's when we see it, when people arguing, they start going personal or can't get out their feelings, bro. You want to debate, want to argument. So I ain't gonna say
this is a different situation.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna say that's a hands down reason to believe that she's like, whatever. But Tory has all the reason to be emotional and shit too, but he's not. Like, his
I can understand her being emotional because if say this like you because obviously only people that know is them. They all know. Her, the bodyguard, the best friend. They know. There's only 4 people there. We don't fucking know shit. If you really know a motherfucker shot you, and every day you gotta get online, the motherfuckers is calling you a liar. They said, bitch, you're a liar. It's like, motherfucker, I'm not lying. Have you ever been told you're lying about some shit? And people just keep up, you're a liar. You're like, motherfucker, I am telling the truth, but nobody believes me.
No, not really.
No, I'm not talking really, like specifically just to you. I'm just saying anybody.
Because a lot of times when I'm telling the truth, I have a bunch of different ways
when
I'm telling the truth.
This is like when you were a kid and say something happens in the house and you're like, I didn't do that, but your mama, your whoever just punishes you. Like, I really didn't fucking do it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I didn't do that.
Yeah, that's okay when it happens once, but then after a while, you were like, bro, I understand what these people are, or how that person's coming at me. I don't know. Obviously, we both stand on two sides of the fence here.
I don't even really have a side. I just my thing is always just I just can't I can't get into the mentality. This is how I feel about
Have you not seen Karens?
This is how I feel about.
Have you not seen black people be hung?
No. But these are always people that have nothing to lose. I don't understand.
Huh? Say it again.
These are people, they have nothing to fucking lose. Like, what the fuck you gonna lose by lying?
These people
back in the day, they don't got nothing to fucking lose. Back in the fucking day, getting Emmett Till killed, she ain't nothing to fucking lose. They was gonna do that anyways.
Well, people still feel like they don't have anything to lose, and people that do have stuff to lose still do bad shit. So I don't understand.
I'm not saying they don't. I still can't fathom it that someone who's on the rise to this career would do this moment for. I just can't fathom it.
Bro, we live in a
it's
insane
just like Justice Smollett shit. I don't fucking see what the fuck.
We live in an insane world. This shouldn't be that unfathomable. That's all I'm saying.
It's like I said, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the same way how I feel about NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk. Like you guys are both out of the hood. You're both multimillionaires now. I get King Von got killed. I get it, but he attacked Quando Rondo. His team responded in defense. Why are we going to the edges of earth to? I just don't
stupid.
I don't fucking understand the shit.
In all reality, they stupid.
It's like, what the fuck are we these guys are multi-millionaires 3, 4, 5, 10 times over. Acting like they still on the old block and still in wherever the fuck 4K, wherever the fuck NBA was from.
A lot of niggas actors too though, so
this shit just don't make no fucking sense.
So that's how I feel, bro. We live in a crazy world. We've seen people have similar behavior as her in the world, where they had something to lose and not. So it's not that crazy for me to like somebody to keep double down and just want to admit that they did it, like or lying. So I don't know. I'm ready for it to be over though, for sure.
They are denying she got shot. They're saying they don't believe Tory shot her. But see, that's the thing too. That's the thing I don't be getting to. It's like also with Tory. Like let's say she did get shot. She got shot. I tell you this all the time. And I get it because she accused him. So like she accused him, he kind of got to defend himself, I guess. But like, bro, if I know I didn't shoot somebody, I'm not about to go down this potential whatever for the bodyguard or Chelsea. I'm not fucking doing it. I don't give a fuck. He's not a street rapper.
They also didn't find a bullet either. They can't find the bullet anymore either. So she might not have really got shot either. So like, I don't know what to say. Like maybe everything's a lie. Like maybe she never got shot at all, and she stepped on some fucking glass, and she's a fucking idiot.
If this is true, she's the biggest fucking idiot. She's a bit like
somebody's an idiot in the situation.
Like Jussie Smollett, that's a big idiot. But if this is the case, she's the Jussie Smollett. That shit was funny. Nigga had the noose around neck. She was crazy, cringy, whatever. She's the biggest fucking idiot. Because that don't make it for what everybody's saying for the because everybody has their reasons why she's doing it, right? Oh, because she wanted to win all the awards, her career, she wanted to do whatever. Her career was already like on the up and up before this happened. She already had the number one song with Beyonce. No, it's not. Like, what are you talking about? You don't even listen to new music. So I can't even like. She was already got number one songs with Beyonce. Like you just don't get records with Beyonce. You're not on the up and up. Like,
she's mid. She's a mid artist. Her last album was not good.
I don't care if we like it. Her
last album was not good.
She has like hit records. Is what I'm saying. Like it doesn't matter if we like it or not.
There's
plenty. Like Wardo keep talking about this Yeet nigga. I don't know who they keep pumping. They pump up niggas all the time. Like who the fuck are these people?
My point is, I didn't see no longevity in her. That's my point. She's not. She wasn't Cardi. She didn't have that type of talent. And I seen that. That's
you think Cardi B's more talented than her as far as what rapping, or you talking about this personality?
Rapping and creating.
She's not more talented than Cardi. No, stop it. Cardi B is not a better rapper than stop it. Right.
I like her albums.
Stop it. But I'm talking about rapping.
I like her how she come. I like how she present her presence, not how she presents her. I like her presence on songs. She's an overall better rapper. If you want to say
she's not overall better.
I haven't heard no Megan bars, and I was just like, oh my god, she's just the truth. I'm sorry.
You listened to Cardi B and said, "Oh, she's the truth."
Yeah, I've listened to Cardi shit. Yes,
the nigga who talks shit about Eminem all the time, telling me he see her rapping.
So just because I said Cardi can rap, I think she's on the level of Eminem or somebody. No, I just think she's better than Meg. And like, are you comparing Meg to Eminem, nigga? I'm confused. Like, what?
But the way you're hearing talking about Cardi B's rapping, I guess if you're just saying in comparison to Meg Thee Stallion, but to me it's still wrong. If you're talking even just comparison to Meg Thee Stallion, as far as rapping,
I'm picking Cardi over Meg. I'm sorry.
Cardi might be a better like music art, whatever the fuck you want to call her, like, but not like hits. We're talking about rapping. Like, no, she has bigger hits. Yes, I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say she is what doesn't have bigger hits. I wouldn't say that. I'm about just rapping.
What songs better than what songs you think? What's Megan's best songs?
Oh, I don't. But her, like they're all like little pop like shit.
Yeah. Her shit ain't hitting like Cardi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
See, that was saying like Cardi B. Like I said, hits and rapping is different. Cardi B is a better hit maker, but Megan's better technically rapper.
She'll be rapping.
Like if they had a cipher, I wouldn't be like, I'm expecting Cardi to kill this shit. Like, no.
My biggest thing with Cardi, like she was never rapping about shit, like how I felt Meg didn't. But when I heard her album, she was going deep and complex shit. Megan shit was still ass. Like, yeah, you can drop a hit or two because you got the whole industry trying to pump you out. Of course, you're gonna be able to drop some hits. That ain't even that great if you ask me.
Who?
Megan. Her hits weren't even that great. And of course she's gonna have hits. People like literally want her to have hits. It's conducive to her. They put money behind her at this moment. But when it comes to her album, ain't nothing there. So I don't give a fuck about a few hits, even if they weren't even really hits. They mid.
I mean, that model technically is the model for every new rapper, in my opinion. To me, like none of them really have good albums.
Cardi backed it with a good album.
You think? I don't think her whole album is great. You know what I'm saying? Like she got hit records.
I'm talking about like her first album that came out.
There's one album.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was a good album. Better than what I've heard from Meg. And I didn't like Cardi B either, so she changed my view when listening to the album. I tried to listen to Meg, and this was, I believe, before the Tory shit. Nothing, bro. Nothing.
I really say better rapper. You say she make better music. There's plenty of people who make better music that aren't better rappers. There's people that can rap really well that I would never listen to a single that came out by them.
Anything that was just, I was like, oh, she's different. I'm sorry. Like, there's a bunch of women that rap at the same level as Meg, if you ask me. She's not standing above a bunch of people. Like, I'm sorry.
Cardi almost did. A lot of y'all think her art was. He said very, very good. I'm so good. I'm not even saying I think Meg. I'm just about being able to be. I'm not even saying like Meg makes better music. I'm just saying just rap. Like strip away everything. Strip away the beat. Strip away. I'm just about if I put these two women in a cipher, who's going to rap better? That's all I'm talking about here. That's it. I'm not talking about who can make a better. I like it like that. I'm not talking about shit like that. I'm just about if I have these women in a cipher, who will rap better.
They
That's all
both
I'm
got
talking about.
writers, first of all. And I
I don't
like
give a fuck.
Cardi better. I like, bro.
I don't give a fuck. We
You
put him in
got
the
to
cypher.
tell
Who's
me
gonna rap
what you
better?
believe, Meg. Like, you got to really show me some shit, and then I'll come back the next podcast and really stand on this before I say. But I haven't heard nothing from Meg, bro, that makes me think she's different.
I think she's a better rapper, but I'm not saying she makes better hits or whatever the fuck y'all talking about in the chat. Because obviously Cardi B's like a
But my point to saying all
diamond
of this
level
was,
superstar.
that she ain't really had that it factor. If you ask me, I know a star when I see a star. She was gonna be okay, but she wasn't a star. I know one. I'm sorry. People can think I'm narcissistic for seeing that or saying that, but
He said I'm a hottie too. That's all I need. See, look, what are one of them niggas that'll say a bunch of shit in the chat and then at the end he'll be like, yeah, but technically, yeah, she's like, nigga, I didn't ask for all the other shit you was talking about in the fucking chat. Was this record made? Was this hit record made? I didn't ask for none of that shit. I said, put two of the motherfuckers in a cipher. Who the fuck is gonna rap better? That's all I said.
I mean, you don't really have much to pull off for either side. That's what I'm trying to figure out what ciphers and shit that you heard from Meg, and you were just like, oh yeah, she can watch people.
Nigga, how much Meg Sav you actually listen to? I live in a house with a woman all the time.
Enough, nigga. Like, damn, how many songs you got to hear before you know that person just ain't that girly? Like, bro, I heard a whole album. Who
was a rapper? You thought some rapper was. I forgot who the fuck it was. You was like, this person's not good. And then after you listened to him a couple times, you said, oh, that person. I forgot who the fuck it was. I don't even remember. But I know it was like a young person. But at first, you was like, this shit is whatever the fuck you saying. But you know, who gives a fuck? I got too much shit to talk about. To talk about who's a better rapper between fucking Meg and Cardi B. Captain Hook's always so I can hear both men and play for real. Everything else kind of for women. I mean, women. I would expect all that shit to be for women. But anyways, what we talking about next? We got
yo run that Meg bar back.
I can say who the fuck asked us for the Cardi B bar back? Like, it's the same fucking thing.
I ain't gonna lie, that tight shit she ran out.
Tight shit?
Type shit with Migo, she was on there. She had the best verse on that bit.
I don't want to play the hell. I don't want to get fucking copyrighted. Get copyrighted every fucking time.
What else we got, man?
Nicki Minaj. Well, yeah, Nicki Minaj is better, hands down better than fucking everybody. Like, it's not even a fucking competition at that point. It's like I say all the time. I think the best thing for Nicki Minaj was all these female rappers coming out and really just like, okay, let's compare this to that, and be like, okay, we get why she's
That's my biggest thing. Even with Nicki, bro, yeah, she sells sex. But bro, she had more content. She made more. Like, she could rap on any type of beat. She didn't really just have to talk about having good pussy. That's literally only Meg's content is sex, bro. And like you said, it's easy for. I don't know if you were saying that. It's easier for these women now, or it's easier for Nicki because like these women now ain't really got too much substance. You say I'm glitching.
You would. That's why I say Rock Nation trying to take you out.
Oh, that shit funny. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, Nicki, like, I always talk about her showing her ass and shit like that, but she still got more substance than most of these rappers that try to come out today that's female.
Yep. So we got a couple other things to get into, a couple things to discuss. Let me see. I'm gonna look at the thing. Let me talk about Super Bowl because we're talking about music still. Super Bowl. I mean, the game was great. Rams, salute to the Rams. I don't know, man. I just felt when you seen the motherfuckers up there doing their little halftime show, not fucking little big halftime show. I don't know. Something about that was just like, this shit's amazing. Like, I don't know if it's the best well performed. Just something about that setup at the Super Bowl is like, damn, this shit is like, that shit's like, it's fucking Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent came down, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar. It was like amazing. All these people from all different walks of life come together. I don't know. That shit was fucking
Well, look,
inspirational.
you're right. It was a very good performance, but I had a conservative hat on a little bit. I was like, these niggas really advocating. These niggas really advocating cripping on national TV. These niggas doing the whole crip walk on national TV. I was being funny.
Bryce said, "Oh my god, these guys are selling sex to the children." I gotta tweeting shit.
Nah, I ain't think that.
Salute one of the likes. Appreciate it, bro.
What really made me upset about the performance, though, is bitch ass Kendrick, bro. How dare you come on to the Super Bowl? You ain't even got no music out right now. Like what?
This nigga, he a legacy act or something. Like, he been out for fucking. I think Dr. Dre should said we're not bringing Kendrick out. He should have brought the game out. That's what he should have brought out. It should have been the game. Him and 50 could play Hate It or Love It or whatever the fuck. Kendrick's still in the goddamn game. Kendrick, if you don't drop at least a single, you ain't performing a Super Bowl, big dog. I don't give a fuck.
What are you even here for?
You're not a legacy act, nigga. You should still be playing on the court.
My nigga, he playing shit from 6 years ago. Like,
I don't even remember what he played. He played all right. Are we gonna be all right? Or he played Humble. I don't remember what the fuck he played. I don't even remember.
I'm over that nigga though. I'm so mad. He was supposed to drop this year. I don't see this coming.
It's the beginning of the year, and I don't even know the nigga gonna drop. Why they had to dance a crip walking like this is a Compton musical? I don't know. Anyways, that shit was amazing. That shit was great. I enjoyed watching Super Bowl.
My Bengals got cheated though. I tell you that guy.
You're a Bengals. When the fuck you been a Bengal?
Since Joe Burrow got on that goddamn team.
Nigga said my Bengals. I thought you was like a Colt or something. Peyton Manning or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, he ain't been in the league. Damn, man.
Now you gotta stick with the Colts still.
Rivers, nigga, the fuck.
You were rolling with the Colts so damn long. You gotta stick with the Colts.
I was rolling with the Broncos. Nigga, you a few errors behind, nigga.
Who?
You, nigga. I switched to the Broncos, the Texans, nigga. It's the Bengals now, nigga. I know you not talking. You the bandwagon of all bandwagoners.
Who do I ban? Who do you mean? Who? What?
Maybe not this year. Every other year, nigga.
For what?
You know you a bandwagon. Basketball, it don't matter, nigga.
I don't bandwagon. Wherever LeBron go, that's not bandwagon. Like, LeBron's here. We rocking with
you
this
said
team.
Whoever the best team.
That's what I play on like 2K and shit like that. Like, yeah, I'm playing the best team. Who the fuck the best team?
Nah, this nigga trying to play dumb and shit now.
I roll with LeBron.
This nigga trying to play dumb and shit now. This nigga
like
been
the Lakers, they doing bad this year. I don't know what the fuck to do. They might not even make the playoffs. Who the fuck knows?
Now you're a Giannis fan.
No. Giannis is just, excite me. Everybody, superstar. He's great. He's good. He won a championship, isn't it? And then that ain't the nigga I put my, as far as wanting to win, yeah, maybe like, okay, yeah, he gonna win. But like, as far as like put my fandom behind, that ain't the nigga I put my fandom behind. Ain't nothing exciting about that nigga. Like, I put my fandom behind like a nigga like Steph Curry. Like, that's exciting. Like, he's great. Like, oh my God, this guy's like Giannis.
This nigga really tap dance out of being a fan. Bro, you said it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro, you said it. In group message. Now you want to play though.
Giannis is shooting threes with ease. Like 7'8", big ass. I don't give a fuck about a nigga like that. Anyways, speaking of that, do you want to talk about the NBA 75? Because you was champion Russell, or you was champion somebody hard as fuck on Twitter.
I mean Tony Parker. I was talking about Tony Parker because people pick Dame over Tony. I'm like, y'all niggas is crazy. Yeah, Dame can drop 60, but you know how many niggas drop 60? They ain't got championship pedigree, my nigga. Give a fuck about no 60 points. Nigga.
As far as a player though, like I look at it like this: like if you were gonna, without like Tim Duncan, if you was gonna start a team, like just if you were gonna pick one of these guys, you would pick Tony Parker over Dame Lillard to start a team with.
I mean, that's a hypothetical, so it's hard to answer that.
I mean, it's not hard for me. I pick Dame
because you seen what Dame do by himself when the whole team rely on him.
Well, hey, tough titty for Tony. Tough titty for Tony.
Well, if that's the case, I'm picking Tony because I know he's a championship contender and he's a fourth quarter killer.
Like we had a mock draft and it was like,
if I'm picking a point guard to run my team, I'm probably not picking a point guard first. I'm probably picking a forward or a center. And yeah, then I'll probably pick Tony Parker later or somebody.
Parker is a French Patty Mills that shoots mid-range shots. That nigga disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, you can say Tony Parker. Patty Mills is a.
I'm picking Ginobili before Parker. God damn.
I mean, they both was
Dame
great.
Doesn't do much of anything by himself. Anyways, so that's all your thing was Tony Parker, Dame Lillard. I mean, a lot of people saying that Russell Westbrook should have been in the top 75.
That's crazy.
They saying he like a fucking, I wonder if anybody that's in the top 75 right now in 25 years will they be bumped out of the top? Like, because I assume they do top 100 by that time, right? 25 years, you can find a couple players that may enter that mix. I wonder if there's any players that are on it right now. I'm sure a lot of the old niggas, like, I ain't gonna lie, all these people from the 20s or the 40s, and feel like, they
I
maybe was
think they
great.
should have took people out or like changed the era. But it's really wasn't that many spots because I feel like Dwight could be in it. I feel like T Mac should be in it, but it really ain't that many spots left. Somebody like
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman should have been on it. If you
You don't
ask
think
me,
Dennis Rodman should have been in there?
not if we talking about top 75, bro. Nigga, as many. I mean, I ain't gonna say as many niggas that do what he do, but bro, essentially he was a good role player, bro. That's like saying Robert Horry should have been on there or some shit. If you ask me, and then I think people try to make it seem like Tony Parker was like a Robert Horry or some shit. Like this nigga, without Tony Parker, they're not winning them championships. I'm sorry. Like Tim Duncan was great, but without Tony Parker on that pick and roll and mid range, bro, he really was the facilitator of the offense. I don't, and it's a different league. Like back then, they didn't need your point guard to drop 20 plus points a game. Like for him to drop 18 points a game was a high for point guards in that era. So if he had the leash to drop more points, I'm sure he could have. He dropped 43 points in the game. He dropped high numbers in games, like so. It ain't like he hasn't. And I
You
mean,
talking about
like,
Tony
bro,
Parker still?
Tony Parker. And like, bro, come on, like he played the Pistons, he played the Lakers, he played LeBron, like he played all like these niggas played the greats of the greats, and they won. It wasn't just because of Popovich, because it ain't like this nigga just winning championships after these niggas left. Like, nigga,
I
it
think the
was
thing, because I see him in
Duncan
the chat,
and Tony.
I think the thing that hindered Dwight was the fact that he probably kept playing in these different, like once he left wherever he was at, when he was like that nigga, whenever that era stopped, he got bounced from place to place. He started bouncing around too much. That's probably if you would have, it's like if you like peak your career and you die, you're forever a legend. So like if he would have peaked in his career and he would have left, they would just had that to roll out. 4-time defensive player of the year. Orlando Magic were amazing. They probably would have put him in there.
I could kind of agree, but then that nigga Anthony Davis in there. So yeah,
true. I think Anthony Davis. He's a great player, but from all the shit that they was talking, for all the shit that they was talking about, like the 10-time. I mean, Anthony Davis might be like a 10-time All-Star, but I just don't look at him as like I don't know.
He's no Dwight Howard.
I don't know.
Dwight Howard.
He's never been that. He's never been like he's a great player, but he's never, like you say, he's never been a Dwight Howard. I remember when Dwight Howard was like that nigga, like he was like damn near the face of the NBA at that little stint, whatever the fuck he was doing his shit.
Bro, he put the Magic on the map. Like, what are we talking about? Like, nigga, he had the Pelicans. He could have brought a team that really was irrelevant. He really didn't do that. He really did. It took Boogie to come there, but bro, Dwight had a championship team and beat LeBron in 4 games or 5 games or some shit like that. Hey.
I don't know. Like I'm not like big basketball, so I ain't gonna be seeing statistically top. I ain't gonna lie though. Just off name recognition alone, I was surprised that Yao Ming wasn't like. I mean, I don't know. He's in the Hall of Fame. I mean, I don't know if that means he's top 75. So but like over some of these old ass, like I said, I can't discredit the old niggas because the old niggas, they was here, they was the starters, they was whatever the fuck. But I'm like, I'm gonna fuck about the old people.
I think if you wasn't in your like top 7 of your position, you couldn't get on there type shit. Like damn near. You had to be like tops. No, they're not top 15.
75 people, 5 different things. That'd be more than 10 out of each. If they did it like that, it'd be more than 10.
So like each. Around like 15 maybe. So yeah, be top 15. Is Yao Ming in the top 15 maybe center? Possibly.
Yeah.
And then, but you gotta think too. Like, yeah, it's not really 15 because they might have put way more point guards or guards. Because
they probably way more guards than anything. Probably more forward. I think it was more forwards. I see a lot of. Well, I guess they got power and small, so that might look more like more forwards.
Yeah,
but it's interesting. I mean, a lot of people. I see a lot of people making cases. They were saying T-Mac should have been on there. I was watching them do the draft. I was watching them do like the ultimate draft. It was like Quavo, and then like Inside the NBA with Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny. They were at a table. They're like 11 different people, and they were drafting the top 75 list to the ultimate team. Jerry West was saying, like, man, I really wish y'all would have put Draymond Green on this list. So he could have drafted Draymond Green for the top 75. Now, I don't know if Draymond Green's a top 75 player, but Jerry West seemed to think that he should have been on the list.
See,
and Jerry West is a reputable, source.
But Clay wasn't on there, and I don't think he should be over Clay. I get Draymond was this great defender, great team player, but so is PJ Tucker, my nigga. And PJ Tucker been in the finals like 3-4 straight years on different teams, and he was the glue to that shit. Like without PJ Tucker, the Rockets wasn't as good. Like they had this nigga playing center, and these niggas was making runs. Like so, but you get those players, like I said, Robert Horry. You get those players that Ben Wallace. Like you see those players that just was a dominant specimen that also could do some things on offense every once in a while. But nah, well, I think with Russ and Dame, because people were like, well, Dame better than Russ. People just automatically discredit all his like years with KD. Because since KD didn't want to play with him, he must not have been good. And that shit's crazy because these niggas was beating some of the greatest teams or some of the good, like best teams. Like these niggas had to go against the Heat. My nigga, the Lakers, Kobe was still around. Like, bro, these niggas in the cold ass era. And now he probably
hold on, my bad. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm reading this chat. If PJ Tucker is getting a case, and Rob Dory should be a lock by that logic.
Oh, no, I didn't make it.
But what logic you talking about? Are you talking about something Bryce said? You talking about something I said?
No, I think he's saying he think I said PJ Tucker should be top 75. No, I'm saying Draymond Green. As many people like Draymond Green is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I didn't even remember.
Just on
so you brought up PJ Tucker. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like he on the championship team type shit. But like Russ been in the league dominating for 10, probably like 12 years. Dame, about 5. Like dominating. Nah, I'm sorry. Like Russ went against Chris Paul, dominated him. He had great matchups against Curry, even though you may say Curry won most of the matchups, but he used to give Curry hell. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Russ got more history than Dame. And I don't know. People like to shit on Russ for some reason, but I don't think Dame got enough credentials yet. At his position is Scottie Pippen. I mean, not Scottie Pippen. Dennis Rodman. Like we've seen people like him before, bro. Like I don't know. I can't.
Okay, let me just we gonna get off this. We gonna talk about the greatness of Kanye West in a second because I really want to talk about Kanye West. But these are the list. So this page called Hoops Hype. They made a list, right? The biggest snubs of the top 75, right? So we got number 1. Now I don't know if this is number 1 as far as like this is the most snubbed guy, but this is the guy they put first. Pau Gasol, Dwight Howard, Chris Bosh, Tony Parker,
better than Draymond Green.
Vince Carter.
All these niggas better than Draymond Green. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who this is. Alex English. I don't know who that is. Bernard King. I've heard the name. I know he played for the Knicks. Tracy McGrady. And that's all. That's
taking T-Mac over Draymond. I'm sorry, bro. There's too many names over Draymond.
Oh, and Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving. Would you say Kyrie Irving's not in the same class as like a Russell Westbrook and a Damian Lillard? Or he does play. I hear he gets injured. I'm not a big basketball buff. I don't fucking know.
He's great. Everybody knows he's one. He's way more talented. People would say, but consistently, Russ been doing it longer. Like
okay,
it's just hands down.
Like after the Cavs years, Kimbe Mutombo wasn't on there.
Like yeah, bro. It's many people at Draymond that's at that level or better, bro. I'm not Draymond.
Ben Wallace, they say.
Draymond is arguably top 50 or 60 off accomplishments alone. Yeah, I can't go with that one.
They've got Penny Hardaway, but I think Penny Hardaway didn't get injured. Like
nigga, you taking Draymond over Sean Kemp? Like there's a lot of cold power forwards. My nigga, you taking Draymond over Paul Gasol? You crazy as hell, boy. You crazy as hell. What? Come on, bro. Paul Gasol's a fucking monster, bro. Kobe ain't getting 2 rings without Paul Gasol. Against the Celtics and Kevin Garnett. Like this nigga was balling against some of the greatest of the great, bro. Like no, bro. I'm sorry. Draymond get to playing this. It ain't even a big dominated. It ain't even a game dominated off bigs anymore, bro. Draymond was in the league with them power forwards with Dirk. Fader, Mag, boy, stop it, boy. 1 foot fader on Draymond 6'7" ass all day long. Hell no, man. Hell no.
He said, "What about Kwame Brown?"
I'd take Chris Bosh over Draymond.
4-time All-Star Defense Player of the Year, 3-time champ, 2-time All-NBA. I mean, but I can say that. How many times?
Comparable stats than that, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because I mean they had all that little shit when the list that I was just reading. They had that information. Let me see real quick. Hold on.
Paul Gasol, I don't think he got no defensive player of the years, but 2-time champ. Obviously, Rodman. He's a better player though, bro. Like it ain't just about accomplishments.
Yeah, because let's be honest. Like Draymond Green benefits from being on a team with like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Like I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't intricately help that team out. I'm not saying he's not like a part of why they win. But like, come on, what the fuck we like?
He was doing this on a team with no stars or like some like regular ass all stars. Then okay, my nigga, he doing this on a super team. My nigga, Rasheed Wallace is better.
Paul Gasol has 2 NBA titles, 4 All NBA selections, and 6 All-Star games. He didn't make the list.
I'm taking Rasheed Wallace over fucking Draymond Green, bro. Like, there's so many power forwards, bro. Like, stop it. I think I might take Josh Smith over Draymond Green. I'm trolling now. Cause I love Draymond. Draymond's one of my favorite players. So don't get it twisted for Draymond.
Okay, would you rather have? Okay, let's say this: 2 people that did make the list. If you had 1 spot left, and then we'll get off this NBA shit. Chris Bosh or Draymond Green?
Chris Bosh.
Okay, I'm just asking. Maybe Wardu knows. You know, I'm just asking.
He played defense, and he had his offensive game was unstoppable. What? Like,
I'm just like, because statistically, whatever Wardu's saying, like, I mean, Chris Bosh got 2 NBA titles, 1 All NBA. Second team selection and 11-time All-Star. So I mean, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm trolling with Josh Smith.
But nah, man. Let's go off the NBA shit. Let's get to that brother. I don't know if I want to uplift Ye or talk about his life first. I don't know what I want to do.
Can I grab a lighter real quick?
Sure, why not? Do what you got to do, big dog.
Right. Give me 2 seconds.
Bosh, because the numbers in the individual game as the accomplishments are better. So yeah, Bosh. But whatever argument over Green.
Fuck it all right, let's get it.
So, anyways, I think we'll talk about the genius first. So I don't know. Do you have Netflix?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the.
You watched the documentary?
It's only 1 episode, right?
No, the second one came out today.
Oh, I ain't watched the second one yet. No.
The second one was like pretty much him. Like this is like him leading up to dropping his first album, right? The shit that he had to do. I ain't gonna lie. Kanye, when you like. You have more of an appreciation for people when you watch behind the scenes. The finished product is gonna be the finished product, whatever it is, whatever it's gonna be. But when you watch the behind the scenes shit, I feel like that's when you really get an appreciation for what this motherfucker is, what they do, how they feel, their passion, whatever the fuck. Kanye West was not fucking around when he was trying to get on. I see a lot of guys trying to get on it now. They just do the bare minimum. They do this, they do that. Like Kanye West was going into motherfuckers' offices, playing them records. He was going over here. He moved from Chicago to New York. He was doing a whole bunch of shit. He had to create his own buzz because Rockefeller wasn't. I guess in his part, the second part documentary, Rockefeller wasn't really fucking with him. They was trying to, hey, can you be a producer still for some nigga named Petey Crack or some other chick over here? Gives a fuck about these people. I'm Kanye fucking West, but he did it because he wanted to make money, right? That's what he said. I need to still make money while they had me shelved for a second. And then he got in a crash. He put out Through the Wire. He shot the video by himself with his own money and pretty much forced their hand to be like, we got to put this motherfucker's music out because he created the buzz himself. Rock Nation they know what they were sitting on.
I think
you can go.
These people I just feel like people are idiots though. Like this nigga's this great at making. Obviously Kanye was like, he persevered, but like he had all the right to fucking believe in himself. He was producing greatness after greatness after greatness. But I just don't. It's unfathomable for people to be like, oh, no, you can't be a rapper. Like, what were they thinking, bro? Like, how dumb are you, like,
bro? In the fucking thing, he like. I didn't know the history of Kanye West because like back in 2004, whatever fuck, I didn't really give a fuck about music honestly until like I was in high school and Drake. Like y'all knew me. Whatever fuck's on the radio, I listen to that. I'm not going into the history of the music. I'm not doing that shit, right? Kanye West was playing All Falls Down. He was playing slow jams. He was playing, and then he made Through the Wire. Obviously, after Jackson, he had these three like fucking, and then also for the album, obviously he had Jesus Walks. He even dropped Jesus Walks yet. He had all these fucking songs just in the tuck, and they was like, "Yeah, I don't think you're ready yet." Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Obviously, it's hindsight. Like, obviously now we like y'all are crazy.
Like all the fucking rappers knew it. All the people that listened to his music knew it. So it just was weird to me, bro. How I don't know. Maybe that's a testament how life works, and they gonna make you work for some shit even though you got it. Like you got to keep going until you really break through. But it's just weird, bro. That shit weird.
It's like, bro, every time he played a record, it was like, bro, that shit. And obviously, like I said, it's hindsight because I've heard All Falls Down for years now. I've heard Slow Jams for years now. I've heard all these records for years now. But even when you first listen to it, because I think they was playing some of the other artists that Rockefeller had, that shit don't sound like that. He got the soul samples. He got like all this shit that he got.
But
and y'all wasn't trying to fuck with that.
And they want him to produce though too. But like,
he's like, we don't. It felt like they was like, we don't want you to rap on those. We want you to produce those for our rappers so they could do what you do. And kind of like, no, fuck that. I'm gonna do these on my beats. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm interested to see how like when him and Jay-Z get closer. Cause I'm like, bro, Jay-Z, nigga, I made you this hit, nigga. You go talk to them niggas. Like, you got all the clout in the world.
You the co-founder. Fuck the count. You're the co-founder.
What are you
doing? You're not just a nigga on the label. You are the label. You're not just a nigga on the label.
I ain't gonna lie, I would have some beef with Jay-Z. But I think it's all of them. All them niggas knew. It really just showed that them niggas was full of haters, bro. They like, bro, nah, we rather keep this nigga making money for us, bro. Like, literally. I don't know. Jay-Z was thinking that, but even Dame Dash thought that. He was like, yeah, we won't sign you, but keep making these hits for other people.
Bro, Kanye dropped that college drop. The first one was college dropout, right? The first one. That nigga got, like, it's just crazy to watch. Like, the year before, he was struggling. Not as far as making music, because the music sounded great, but he was struggling to catch a buzz. He was struggling to get the respect as a rapper. He was doing all these things. And as soon as he drops his album, he gets nominated for his first album, nominated for 10 Grammys. 10.
But he already had Grammys, didn't he?
Yeah, but that's for producing only.
That's just weird, bro. It's just weird. Like, niggas already was a Grammy winner.
10 Grammys. First album.
I guess I feel like a hater because I'm like, this nigga, like, bro, like, you knew you was gonna make it, bro. Like, I guess I would want to also see like him be like the producing part more, like how he got on producing, because like, obviously, bro, he great.
Well, like, they touched on it a little bit. Like he was fucking with some guy who, like, it was weird because he was like,
about, like, I guess they don't have footage of that because he was fucking a kid, I guess. But like, yeah, I guess that's what I was saying. Like,
he was fucking with No ID,
like, how did
Chicago,
you get this good, nigga?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's my thing. Like, how did you learn to sample shit like that? Because by the time he was sampling all the shit, this nigga was a musical genius. Everybody else was just behind. So I'm like, yeah,
they wasn't even up on it yet.
Yeah, you can say you shitting on all these people, but nigga, you knew you was great. All right, nigga, you wasn't no press, nigga. You dropping fucking Grammy hit shit. Like,
yeah,
stop it.
It was like in one of the episodes, it was like, you could tell that nigga a hater, right? It was a guy who I taught Kanye how to produce, and he left, and he gave No ID the credit, but not me. But the thing that was funny about that part was like, bro, I was literally at whatever event they was at in the documentary talking to you before you went to the radio later that night to talk shit about me. And you had a diss record and all kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, all that shit was already in the works.
he was big about to press a button on that shit. But that shit made me like, musically, Kanye is a fucking, I don't know.
That's kind of scary when you think about it, bro. You can be talented as fuck and just get looked over because niggas are just stupid. Not because you're not good, not because you're not a people person. Niggas just suck. Like, Kanye was doing everything he needed to do, and these niggas just, bro, like,
think about it like this. In order for Kanye to make it as a rapper, he had to impress arguably the greatest rapper of all time. It's like saying, like, hey, you want to play basketball, right? You were an assistant coach, but now you want to play basketball. You're good at basketball still, right? You have a basketball IQ, high IQ, whatever. I'm just trying to equate like producer to rapper. You got a high IQ. You can play basketball. This probably isn't even a good analogy, but whatever. Fuck it. I gotta impress Michael Jordan to be able to get on this fucking team. Kanye had to impress Jay-Z when Jay-Z was that guy. He wasn't just rapping with random fucking Lucy Lou, whoever the fuck. I had to impress Jay-Z, especially off becoming, because at the time it probably was like, oh, producer, rapper. Like obviously they had Diddy that dibble dabble and that type of shit. Dr. Dre, obviously, you know what I'm saying? But he wanted not to be looked at as a producer rapper. He wanted to be looked at as a rapper. I want y'all to take me seriously. Like when y'all say who are the top rappers, because that's what it's talking about in the new episode. Y'all want to talk about who's the best rappers? I want you to put me in that category. I want you to say like who are the best rapper producers? No. The best rappers. And I think when he did that, what was it? The bounce. This is the new part, but he did the bounce with Jay-Z off the Blueprint 2. I think that he just proved like, hey, I'm a fucking. I feel like that's what kind of started the, he might be all right with this rapping shit. They ain't really pushed the button on him yet until through the wire, but still,
But I feel like what's the harm if this nigga could create great hits? He's already made you so much money. Like, what's the harm? Like,
especially when y'all putting out people who like I said, where's PD Crack at? I don't know. I'm not trying to disrespect PD Crack, but where's PD Crack? They was telling Kanye, hey Kanye, can you go to LA to produce for PD Crack? Where the fuck is PD Crack? Nowhere to be found.
Heard of that.
Never heard of him. Who gives a fuck? Y'all almost like. It is also crazy how life works. Imagine like Kanye got in that crash. Like, bro, there's a lot like life. There's potential to where we would never have a Kanye West as far as rapping and like college dropout, late registration, graduate, all this type of shit. It's just a crazy like to think about.
Imagine the niggas that was like Kanye West that didn't make it because they tried to go through all that shit.
Bro, there's probably more people that we know that are probably the most talented people in music. We've never heard of them before. Because it looked like Kanye was willing to go through that fire. He's like, fuck that, I'm going through all this shit. And they don't want to fuck with me. They did sign me. Appreciate you for signing me.
And
y'all ain't pushing the button.
He already had connects. He already knew everybody. Most people ain't gonna have all that going into it, bro. So yeah, for him to be hard, bro, I'm glad YouTube and shit coming out because nigga having these few outlets that you gotta go through, that was kind of crazy. Like the fact that Kanye just couldn't drop music was like baffling to me. It's like nigga just drop this shit, but you can't do it because you gotta go through the radio. You go to the radio. You gotta.
Bro, he was doing. He signed up. He did a Kanye West did an audition tape. And it's not like disrespected because it was a big thing back in the day, but to be on Def Poetry Jam, like he was like, I'm getting publicity some type of way. Hey, I'm Kanye West. This is my Def Poetry Jam audition, and he killed that shit when they played it. He killed that shit. But it's like, look at the shit Kanye West is doing to fucking, and I think this is around time like because I think 2004 is when College Dropout came out. This is when 50 was like, I think like the Massacre shit already came out. Like 50 was doing whatever the fuck he was doing. And I don't know, that's just crazy. I like documentaries like that. I like seeing like the behind. I like seeing the, because like I said, it's easy for me to see the finished product, but when I can see like everything that culminated into whatever happened, I respect it a lot more. And even the whole like thing that people talk about, Kanye got writers. Like he probably got writers now, but I feel like back in the day when he was rapping for Jay-Z and shit like that, I don't think he could have had right now. I could be wrong. He might have had some writers. I could be wrong about that. But I feel like for them to want to push the button, I don't know if he could have had them back then. If he did have them, they were some covert motherfuckers.
To me, it was just like I'm still trying to wrap my head around. Cause like you see Kanye, you see him with the braces and shit, but like, bro, you still like, nigga, it's a fashion designer in that nigga. Like, like it's a gospel nigga in there. Like this nigga is like so like uber talented, bro. Just to call him a rapper and producer, like, nah, that's definitely not it. This nigga obviously a genius, a nigga a billionaire. You don't just make a billionaire off being a good rapper or a fashion designer. You got to know some shit. It's in this young dude in Chicago hustling, all that genius in him. Like it's an amazing thing to see, bro. Honestly, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
So I think Act 3, I don't know, Act 3, it looked like they was setting it up to where it's like gonna be like the culmination of everything to now. That's what it looked like. I don't know if that's how it's gonna be, but I wish he filmed all his shit. Now I wish he filmed like when he was doing the bipolar thing. When he was doing like, was it the album that was like, please excuse me being bipolar, whatever. When he was doing like, it was like a couple years ago. When he was doing all that shit, he was bringing everybody to Wyoming. He did Pusha T 7 tracks. He did whoever Tiana Taylor 7 records. He did, like when he did, film all. I want to see you film all that shit. I want to see how all that shit
bro.
come together.
I'm sure
I
he
want to
can do
see
that.
how he. I want to see how he made Donda. I want to see what it was like in them studio sessions at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I want to see how you set them shows up on short notice. I want to see all that shit.
I think a lot of artists like after seeing what Kanye did, I think he can even drop more shit later on. Like, bro, he got so much content of him. Like, bro, it's always a camera on people like that. So, like, even if he's not intentionally trying to blog, it's so much shit he can pull from. I think either people are gonna make movies, they're gonna have multiple documentaries. Just how people used to have multiple books about themselves and shit like that. And whether they come out when they're alive or when they're dead, bro, it's gonna come out, bro. Because it's just, it's no way in hell people gonna lose all that content of these people, bro. Like, when you think about it, it's really crazy. Drake, like all these great people, bro, like you really can get some behind the scenes footage more than any other era. And I'm interested to see what they
I
do.
need to see some Drake behind the scenes. I need to see Drake working in the studio. I need to see some behind the scenes shit. I need
Just
to see
a
like,
bit,
nigga, are you as passionate as Kanye West? Are you as genius as Kanye West? I need to see this motherfucker in the studio because I think as far as musical, I think he's like. Now I'm saying I like Drake better. I like Drake music better. But as far as like the culmination of making music, creating it, whatever the fuck, stirring, putting shit in the pot, I think Kanye West is like, just from watching how he works and seeing how his mind goes, he's got to be like leaps and bounds ahead of Drake. Like is Drake just a plug and play that he coming? Like I'm not saying he don't do anything. I'm not saying he don't do anything. I'm not saying he don't do nothing. I'm not saying that.
I think
But
he
does he
does more
feel
than
it like
people think.
Kanye feels it? Does he do it how Kanye do it? I
I
don't
think they
know.
have the same ilk, if you ask me.
You think
People
so?
love
I need to see a
people
documentary.
love to argue, but I think there's people even with Jay-Z, I think they hear things differently. Jay-Z make hits when he don't miss really. Like niggas know how to like Prince said it. He was listening to somebody's shit. He was like, it was a good song, but I just didn't like how everything was set up. He was like, I just hear things different. And it's people like that, bro. Like they don't miss and they're like so cultivated with music in general. Like they know the history in general. Like Drake a big fan of music. Like you watch him talk about some of his shit, break down people that we would never think to listen to. Like that's not even just rap. Outside of rap, they love music. And he talked about how his father was a big influence on that. So I don't think it takes someone to be just like a crazy genius, but I think someone that really in love with music. And I think not Wayne, Drake, Kanye, they're that
I
era,
love to
bro.
see
They just
Wayne. If
love
they say he
music.
just be going, I love to see that shit. I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker crazy.
Yeah, I just don't think all artists love music. Like they may rap, they may love to rap, they may love to express themselves.
New artists don't love music.
Yeah,
new artists love money.
Yeah, that's what
That's why we don't have niggas like these people right now. Like Lil Baby's great. He's a great rapper, but I still feel like he got talent, but it just like kind of coincides with the times. I don't think he really loves music like them niggas love music.
I think Future will be a person that love music, like where like they mess with all type of different sounds. They can go a different type of vibes, and they don't really miss. Like, bro, that mean they got a different touch with music, bro. You could even say somebody like Young Thug, maybe like how like just they different.
He tried different
like,
shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Like I think Rick Ross loves music. I think just the way he picks his beats, like he loves like different type. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, obviously Kanye at a different level.
Yeah, he's like a different like minds. I think, and also because he's a producer, so it's like.
Only reason I say Drake of like close to that, bro. All his fucking albums, bro. They're so great. You can take the rapping shit, but they're all masterpieces, bro. Like if you actually, yeah, with just the themes and a lot of the shit that the feels that you get from his music, bro. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Nigga don't miss, bro. And it got to be more than 40. Because 40 can't just be putting all these different types of sounds and this nigga don't miss. Like, Drake choosing to rap on shit that's Jamaican. Drake choosing to mix shit up like, because ain't no other rapper just doing that shit, bro. So, I don't know. I know we had a big argument with Najee about this shit, but I think they pretty similar. I think they're more close than farther apart when it comes to producing, bro. Unless we're gonna say 40 that great, but and then that's the thing too. 40 don't produce all his shit, bro. Drake work with many people and he get that same consistency. Like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's hard to.
I'm sure 40. I'm sure
snuff him out
40
with
still. 40 probably touches everything at some point.
that. Yeah, but yeah,
No matter what it is.
But Drake, we know to say everything. Let's say he didn't touch like 20 or 30 songs because Drake got so much fucking music.
Yeah.
Drake ain't got 20 or 30
let me say this. Let me put it like this. Every song that's on a Drake album,
oh yeah.
40 has some way tweaked, measured, engineered something on them songs. He might not created the beat.
Frank Ocean.
He'd have did something.
Frank Ocean, one of them. Weekend. Well, you just they love music. They just you just can tell. You just can tell.
I ain't gonna lie. After talking about that and how great Kanye is, I just feel like it would be a disservice for me to talk about the whole everything he got going on in his personal. I just feel like it'd be a disservice to what's going on.
What negative really could you say about him? Besides he going through some.
He just look weird. Like, why is he doing all that extra shit?
Bro, kill him a hoe. I mean, it's his
fault. What is she doing? She just like, nigga, I'm not even saying nothing to you, nigga. You been to his getting a divorce for months.
You know what she been doing, bro? Going out.
Bro, why don't understand why everybody blames Kim? Like, I did not understand that logic.
What you say it again?
I don't understand why everybody like goes like she's a hoe and she's like doing whatever the fuck like.
Not necessarily. Okay, my bad. She's not a hoe for dating Pete Davidson, but she know that's gonna hurt him putting that shit out in public. Like, having a public relationship in general, and she don't. First of all, she probably don't give a fuck about none of these niggas' feelings. Whatever keep her in the limelight, like Dallas Cowboys, they'll throw any goddamn story out there. I think that's more the problem, that she don't even care about his feelings or mental health or anything like that. And it was vice versa. Like, Kanye trying to get back at her, but bro, if somebody was literally doing shit like that as a man, bro, that should be foul. Like, in my eyes. And I think she.
But what is she? So just dating the nigga is foul? Just dating the nigga? She can't date nobody after she about to get divorced. And it ain't like Pete Davidson, some high profile nigga compared to Kim Kardashian.
You can't tell nobody what to do, but you damn sure can be mad as a husband, bro. Like, he has the right to be upset. And the fact that she keep doing shit in public, bro.
But nigga, she gotta go outside. She gotta go out. They gonna take pictures. What the fuck she gonna do about it? She gotta hide now? Like, come on, bro. She gotta be out in fucking public.
Hey, man.
Like, she can't go to a restaurant without getting pictures. Like, she gotta go out.
Any woman know when you got kids, you just don't bring a motherfucker around the kids, right? You know,
they said he ain't even met the kids yet.
My point is, though, you know there's a way that you have to move because you want to be sensitive to people that you care about. Like,
bro, we're talking about regular people or famous people who are going to be seen everywhere they go.
Every time Kim Kardashian go out, don't get caught, bro. These people know how to move without being seen, and to act like they can't,
if Pete Davidson takes Kim Kardashian to a restaurant,
say it again.
If Pete Davidson take Kim Kardashian to a restaurant, you don't think people gonna see that and take a picture? In the day and age we're in today, you don't think they're gonna see that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Most likely it's a publicity.
You don't think niggas in the restaurant gonna be like, Kim Kardashian's at this restaurant with Pete Davidson?
Bro, they go to restaurants that nobody can be in type shit. Like, bro, they're. I would think celebrities at that.
So you're thinking she's supposed to hide this nigga forever?
Room. They can do. I'm just saying, not all.
She's supposed to hide this nigga.
How long they been divorced, or even
they're divorced? Completely divorced. They're not even completely divorced.
How long this shit just happened like not too long ago, bro? And she throwing this shit out all nonchalant. I would think as a man you would understand that would infuriate you. Just like I'm sorry. I would think a woman would, if that happened to a woman, they would be infuriated too, bro.
First of all, so she filed for divorce. She filed for divorce February 19th, 2020. Filed for divorce. She started fucking with Pete Davidson from what we seen. She was on SNL in October. That was like 9 months after that point.
But let Kanye say she invited Kanye to come on the show. Why she know she was dating Pete Davidson type shit? I don't know if that's true or not, but it could be shiesty behavior.
Because even when he was doing the Donda shit, she was like, I can get how you can get mixed signals. I'm not saying that.
And even then, bro,
they doing the wedding shit. They doing like she faked in a wedding dress and shit. Look weird.
Davidson probably was trying her, or he might know some shit where, bro, they probably was talking while they were still married. He was trying to work on a relationship. We don't know the ins and outs. I just know as a husband, I'd be upset too. And my wife that's recently divorced, I hear funding her new happy ass relationship.
Fuck you, bitch. She flying the nigga. They taking pictures. She famous, bro, nigga. I can't see. I don't get that.
I believe when Drake go out with his son, every picture don't get posted. When Rihanna and ASAP go out, every picture like
They not posting
every
the
time.
pictures. Yeah, like she's posting the pictures. Nigga, people are posting them.
My point is they go out without being seen all the time. It's like she want to be seen.
I think we're downplaying how famous these people are. Like they're gonna be seen. They're not invisible. They're gonna be seen.
Eventually, but I think
like we saw them coming out of a gas station. Like they're gonna be seen.
My point is, I think she was trying to be seen.
And most times when we hear stories about them, we don't even see them. We hear people's sources say leak this, whatever the fuck. Like when they was, oh, Pete Davidson took Kim to a rooftop Italian. Like I ain't never seen no pictures of the shit. But I guess if the claim is that these sources are Kim and her PR team, that would make more sense to me. But pictures, nigga, paparazzi gonna make that money.
Yeah,
if I could get a picture of Kim, I'm gonna get that money.
I don't think the paparazzi is like that, like where they follow every time, like or everywhere. Like these people can't leave without being seen when they don't want to be seen. Like that's what I
see Charlamagne talk about paparazzi one time, where he was like paparazzi, like they were talking about how much money they can get getting pictures from E.J. Johnson. I think his name E.J. Johnson. You know who E.J. Johnson is?
Yeah.
Magic Johnson's son. Like think about they're thirsty to get a picture of Magic Johnson's gay son. Of course they're gonna look at Kanye was walking out of his home at 3 o'clock in the morning. Them niggas was across the bushes. Click, 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 click. You think niggas ain't standing outside? These people like they're vultures.
If that happened, if that's what happened, and she got some pictures, they was trying to be on the low, then that's fine. But I don't think she was trying to hide shit, and I think that's distasteful and classless when you in a divorce and you gotta think about this is your father.
So how long am I allowed to get into a relationship?
You could get in a relationship. I said not be seen and not be fronting it.
But you're acting like she's posting it. She's Kim Kardashian, nigga. She's famous.
Going on SNL with the nigga not post, like going on SNL like she not contributing to the nigga pain.
Nigga, he's one part of SNL. They invited a nigga to come on SNL.
But she date the nigga.
We don't even know they're dating at that time. People were saying that. We don't know that.
It's highly likely.
She might have met the nigga at SNL, thought he was a good guy, and then started to date him after SNL. I could believe that.
I guess. My thing is, I would think that you would move gracefully and not be seen after your bro. I take marriage serious. I don't think just because you divorce this person, you should be moving carelessly. Like fuck that person's feelings. Like I'm sorry. I think you should move graceful. I just think it's the
careless thing. I just because like how does she like at this point? It sounds like you like just don't date nobody because there's no way Kim Kardashian is going to go out and not be seen with nobody.
There's no way. I think that's crazy. I think
that's not her fault though. That's media.
I think they have private relationships that.
But I saw people taking pictures of Kanye. Kanye was in a hotel on a rooftop in his drawers with a girl. So I know who the fuck the girl is on the balcony. These niggas will get a picture of you. I don't know how the fuck y'all know that's Kanye's
I can understand that, but they was out in public. Pete Davidson and her was out in public. They wasn't just on a personal.
Think
spot.
about that. Think about that logic. They found Kanye in a hotel.
If that happened, then that'd be okay. But I seen him like leaving red carpet shit. Like they was in the car, like leaving shit. Like if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, leaving a restaurant.
Yeah, like I said.
Bro, paparazzi gonna find these motherfuckers, dog.
My thing is, I said what I said, and I feel like
but it don't make no sense. Like it's not class.
It don't have to make sense. It don't have to
go outside. I gotta go outside, nigga. Like, you feel like she a regular person.
If she was a regular person,
I don't think she post this nigga on Instagram. Every time we've seen these people, it's from paparazzi photos.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just don't like Kanye was actually posting Julia Fox and shit like that, or she was posting Kanye. Like they was flaunting that shit.
I understand why the nigga hurt. That's what my point was. My overall point is I understand why he hurt. And
I mean, I can get not wanting to lose your family. I can get that.
Like
it just looked wild.
Like for a person, like bro, see her move like, oh, this person don't give a fuck. This nigga Kanye clearly hurt. Like she look like she living her life. She happy. She filed a divorce. She don't give a fuck. Like all that shit. I would be upset if I was personally in that situation. Hands down.
I think Kim suffers from that people like Kanye more than her. I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about court of public opinion. That's what she suffers from. People
she
like
never
him
moved the best
more than her.
I mean, it's a third, fourth marriage. Like she's not a good person in the sense of being in a relationship. So she obviously don't know how to maintain relationships. So I just think I just know for a fact, bro, that people can move more graceful, even if they famous. I'm sorry. Like, I don't think that's that crazy. Niggas cheat. Niggas have whole other side girlfriends and wives, and they be public figures, bro, and
But
they act cool
but
not
they're
to
doing
be
shit.
seen.
But they're not. They're probably doing like hotel link ups. They're not walking out the door.
That's my
Well,
point. They
you
moving graceful.
you want
They
like Pete
moving
Davidson to
graceful.
walk out and then like she walk out 30 minutes later, so they can't really connect them two together. That's what you want them to do, essentially. If we go to a restaurant, arrive separately, you leave 50 minutes before, then I'll leave out my way, and they can't really tie. Like your thing is they're walking in together, they're walking
I
out
don't think
together.
I do all that, bro. Y'all got you can. There's back rooms. They already go through back rooms and doors already as famous people. They got private rooms. People go to dinner after restaurants close. Famous people do this shit all the time. So that's why I'm like, bro. If you really cared about your
But do you? It's also
moving,
it's different than people meeting each other and shit like that. And like, this is a story. Like Kim, new relationship. They're gonna get those people. Ain't like she just going to dinner with fucking her sister. I mean, okay,
we got bro. Like, bro, I'm not gonna act like she's not a media genius and act like she know what she doing, bro. I'm not stupid. Like, just because she don't post it, don't mean she not actively trying to get this shit to last in the media longer.
And also, like, just because she filed,
bro.
just because she filed divorce, just because she filed divorce in 2021, don't mean the marriage been like out the fucking window.
That could be true. That could be true. But how Kanye acting, it would seem that he been wanting the relationship to work. How he was mad at Drake. How he was mad at niggas talking about his wife. I would think that he still had his feelings in the situation. And as a man in a marriage, who gives a fuck if you thought the marriage was over? Because it's till death do you apart. So yeah, you could think the relationship's dead and all this other shit. But as a man, he should still have faith that he could fix the relationship.
No, so, he can want to fix his relationship. That's fine. He can still be hurt,
even though she may have been out of relationship 2-3 years ago. But that say more to her and not being a good wife. So yeah,
I don't see how it makes her not a good wife. I just don't get it.
She's a third. Because she's been divorced 3 times. That's don't make
she
her
married
a good
one
wife.
nigga for 3 days.
Not a good wife.
She married one nigga early, whatever.
These are clear signs of not being a good wife. What else? Like what?
Or shit just don't work out, bro. Like everything ain't gonna work out. Wife.
Like
everything just don't work.
It's not.
I don't know if Kanye was a good husband. Like, we don't know these.
He may not have been. He may not have been.
But it's like
he ain't been divorced 3 times.
He never been married. I mean, what the fuck? Just because nigga ain't been married, he could be divorced 3 times by now.
My point is, we don't.
She just jumped into the shit.
It may be valid for him, but we have proof of her not being able to last in a marriage 3 times. What? I'm confused. That would literally make you not a good wife or a husband.
Or just don't work out with that person. I don't think it makes. I don't know, because I can get divorced 3 times, and what if I married this last person for 50 years? Like what? I don't like. There's people that have been married multiple times, and now their last marriage is their longest marriage. Like I don't get.
So let me ask you this: what make you think marriages end? Like because a person don't love somebody no more?
It could be multiple.
Like,
maybe
besides being abusive relationships, in a marriage, what you sign up for, what you do godly vows to. What can't you work on besides the abusive relationships?
They don't do the godly shit no more. They're just doing it.
Oh, well, fuck it then. They ain't. That's another reason they're not good wives. That's another reason that she's not a good wife. If she's not living up to the godly expectations of a marriage, she's not a good wife. I'm confused.
My confusion with this conversation is like, I feel like you're only like targeted at like it's 2 people in this. I think your mind is just because Kanye didn't file for the divorce in some ways like. He's the victim of this.
I wouldn't call him a victim. He chose to marry her, which was stupid. I don't think he should have married a woman like that or that ilk anyways. That was dumb on him, on his part. He has to be accountable and hold that for sure. Like
when everything you say her reaping, ilk, what do you mean?
Everything. She's for the streets. She been for the streets. Kim Kardashian wasn't wife material before he wifed her. He tried to do it, but I could have told she wasn't wife material before the marriage. But it took Kanye to get through this. And now he going through hell and high waters. And I'm not going to sit up and say she's not playing into that, but it's still his fault. Like, he got to hold that, like, regardless. I'll never say that it ain't his fault. But that's common sense. But when we look at her side, yeah, not 3 divorces, bro. That's not good. And then when you talk about marriage, bro, when you say that you want to get married with someone, bro, then you go through the whole engagement process and the vows. I don't understand what other thoughts besides like this person's an abusive person that you can't work on and make that marriage keep going. Either you can't last in long-term relationships or not, because it ain't just like this person is going to be this magical person that you're going to be able to last 50 years with. Either you know how to work with people or you don't. Like, there's not some special someone that's going to be your perfect fit. Like, don't get that. Like, people try to make that seem too magical. Like, bro, if you're failing at relationships, it's because you're probably not good at them, not because you're not meeting the right one. That's what I think. Either you're not picking right or not in some aspects. But
I don't think people who stay in relationships either, that means they're in a good relationship. Like, just because you tolerate something, maybe she just don't tolerate. I'm done with this shit.
that's
Like,
not
fuck
marriage,
it.
though. Like, I'm not saying, like I said, besides abusive, when we talk about tolerate, that's where people, when you say tolerate, people automatically think that's abusive. Things that you can work on or abusive things when we talk about tolerate.
Maybe Kanye just insufferable. He just insufferable. Like, I
And
can't
that's
deal with
fine.
this nigga no more. I
That's
can't be
possibly
around
true.
this nigga. He do
That's
too
possibly
much.
true. That's possibly true. But she also wasn't. She also was a part of 2 other failed marriages. So, and I would be leaping to say that she filed for divorces on the other ones too.
I don't know how her and the other nigga divorced. The basketball dude.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I ain't sit up and said I'm married, but like, bro, me and Carrie been through some shit, and we've worked with each other and got through this. That's the only way you get through these relationships this long. Relationships aren't perfect. Like, and if I was to think, damn, can I find something better than Carrie? Because a person that never get into anything, that would be fucking crazy. Because me and Carrie have a great relationship, right? Like, we've been through so much
So
shit,
this
right?
is a stupid reason, but this is what she said. She filed for divorce for the Chris Humphrey niggas for 2 months, which is like dumb because she obviously is doing it for TV. She said she felt she was pushed to marry him because it was being shot by Keeping Up with the Kardashians. That's what she. That's why she says she married him, because she felt pressured to marry that guy, which is a dumb fucking reason to marry somebody because of a show. That's a stupid reason. Let me see something.
I don't know. I don't think it's that complex. I don't think relationships and all these things are complex as we make them seem.
So Kim Kardashian's first husband in the court case claimed that he was abusive and a cheater. That's why they say she divorced her first husband.
It's possible. I ain't gonna argue shit I don't know. But trust me, how she moved, bro, I don't know. I don't know. There's a clear definition of what a husband and wife behavior and character traits. And she really never like presented any of those.
As far as with Kanye, as far as what?
Oh, in general, as a woman, like, she's not a virtuous woman. Like,
I mean, that's he liked his wife doing that shit at first, but he got on his God flow.
yeah, there's something wrong with that nigga in that aspect of things. When he said, "I want a woman that been fucked," and there's like whatever this like idol or whatever that everybody glamors after, that's not wifey material. That's a trophy woman that you just want out of ego. But that ain't no wife, nigga. And maybe Kanye never been taught to what he should be looking for a wife, and that's possible. He ain't have a father, so he don't know what to look for in that aspect. So it's easy for men to get caught up in that. Same for women. A lot of women don't know what to look for men. They think good dick. That's it. And is he funny? None
And is he funny? If your criteria is good dick and is he funny, he fried.
Hey man, so we talked about some shit a while ago about how like when black successful men leaving and going for white women. But let's be real. What in reality are women picking Carlton or Will?
They pick a Will.
And you know how dumb that is when we talk about husband material, right? Because one nigga's clearly about his business, focused and driven, that could be a provider. Will having fun. He's a bachelor. Probably gonna be a ladies' man the rest of his life. It's clear as day. But women actively choose those niggas and are happy about it. So those are like I said, Will clearly not husband material, at least not yet. He can turn into it once he settled down, if he ever chooses to settle down in the aspect of the Fresh Prince. But yeah, and vice versa. There's things about women where you just know. Hey man, it's the truth.
Hold on, quick, bro. I can't hear you.
For real.
It might just be me though. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Why can I hear you? What the fuck going on?
I can hear you. Let me see if you can hear me on the YouTube. Hey, shout out Vicky for the $5 donation. Real one. Um, I can hear me. Let me see if.
All right, can you hear me?
Yeah,
You can hear me. I just can't hear you. Can y'all hear
yeah,
Bryce?
yeah. I can hear
Okay,
me
I hear
on
you
the
now. Here we go.
YouTube.
Here we go. We back.
All right, that shit
Anyways,
weird.
all right.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know
And
what you were saying.
I'm just wrapping up the. There's a clear definition of what you should be looking for. When Wiz Khalifa wiped up Amber Rose, tripping, wilding. That's not why. Niggas, I say, niggas think they got money and they think that's all they need to make a woman a good wife, and that's not true. That's not true. And same vice versa. A nigga with money just ain't gonna be a good husband. He could be a whole ass nigga, abusive, mean, disloyal, all type of shit, just because he got money. So it's a lot of characteristics I don't think we know what to look for. Cause I think it's like, oh, you being judgmental and shit. It's like, nah, nigga, I'm thinking about myself and thinking about the logic of how relationships will work and certain behaviors that should not is not conducive to long term relationships. It's just not. Mm. Hate to
Yeah.
be the mean guy, but
I mean, shit, that's real. I
guilty
mean,
as fuck.
shit. Some shit ain't gonna work. Like a lot of relationships, you ask a lot of people, like the only reason it's long term marriage is because
Kept working.
they put up with the shit. They say, hey, fuck, I'm put up with the shit.
You can
You
call
ask
put it
you
up.
if you got elders that's like 50 years, you gonna tell them, hey, how y'all two together? They're like, we work through the shit.
Yeah,
Whether it be
Bryce
cheating,
Simmons.
whether it be financial, whether it be whatever, they work through the shit.
Yeah, and I mean that's more realistic than thinking that you're gonna find a perfect person that's not gonna ever mess up.
You never like if you think you about to marry somebody and there's never gonna be no arguments, there's never gonna be no whatever, you're fooling yourself.
But I think people literally go into relationships like that, like
Well, then they don't know they don't know real life because they're fucking idiots. Like when you see people that like they get in a relationship and like one bad thing happens and they on to the next one, that person is never gonna have a successful long term relationship ever. Now I get it. Like if somebody beating your ass, like I would never tell my daughter, "Hey, if somebody beating your ass, stay with them. Like just keep it up, baby girl." No.
my thing too. Like, let's break some shit down. Cause everybody want this like your girlfriend to be your best friend and all this shit. Like, and it's a beautiful thing if it is. Y'all can laugh and joke because that's gonna happen. But like, besides eating, kind of like comforting each other and having someone to talk to on a daily day basis, like, what more do you really need from a person besides them being like a productive person in society and being able to like take care of themselves? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. Like it, I don't understand. I really
What do you
don't.
mean? I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
Like, people struggle with relationships and like maybe like their expectations, but like there's I don't know. I don't want to step on toes because I know everybody's not in relationships and shit like that. And I don't want to be like, just because you're not in a relationship, you're not a successful person and nothing like that. But it's just
Yeah.
like, I just want to know what people look for. Because like, when I think about relationships, it don't really have much. You go out to eat, you have some small talk, you have conversations, but even like it's more silence than talking. You know what I mean? Like, there's not, we always doing something. Like, a lot of times we just up under each other. Just like, in the same area, just thinking about each other. But it's like, it's not like this hoopla, a grand event type thing
Yeah.
as far as
It's
relationships.
not like what y'all motherfuckers look at on social media and think that's what a relationship's supposed to be like.
And yeah, and it's like, oh, if I'm not on the beach or some shit like that, and we're not taking beach photos and shit like that, bro, that's maybe a once a year thing. Maybe some people may just be more fortunate, but even then, that's like, bro, I don't think if that's what you're looking for, relationships. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand because people talk about relationships and problems all the time. Like you said, dating. Like, I guess my reason for making that point is like, what would make somebody keep going through people like over and over and over
It's like,
again?
what are
Like,
you ultimately looking for?
yeah, it's like, why is this
Like,
thing
what
not
about
working?
well, okay, well, like, okay, you stayed with this guy for a year. What was you looking at in him that made you want to stay? And then what ultimately led to you, leaving this person? Like, oh, he was perfect, but he cheated. Or he was perfect until I found out he was a mama's boy. Or he was perfect until I found out whatever flaw. They're like the whole red flag shit. Oh, this is a red flag. Oh, this is like everybody's gonna have certain red flags. There's gonna be no fucking perfect person.
Yeah.
It's just not. And if you're looking for
Yeah.
that, male or female, you're gonna be what Drake say. Who the fuck wants to be 70 and alone? That's gonna be you.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. I'm trying to come to like some consensus, but there's nothing really coming to it, man. It's just I see people struggle with this topic a lot, so it's always something fun to talk about.
Yeah. But
Plus, you long term married. I've been in a long term relationship, so I'll be wanting to see, opinions on
bro, you
things.
just
Because
gotta fucking work through shit. Like,
how
and then
often do I don't want to intrude? How often do you go on vacations? Like when the last time you went on
shit,
vacation?
now I ain't on vacation. I had the kids in my honeymoon.
Shit, I haven't been on
It's
vacation since
2019.
California. Since we went to California, it was my
Yeah, I
last
don't go on
vacation.
vacations all the time and shit like that. We could, but like,
How often y'all go out to eat?
like to nice restaurants,
Well, not really,
like
just in
once a
general.
month,
Just go out to eat. You don't have to be nice.
like once, twice a month, maybe.
That's not bad. And I mean, y'all personalities. If you know Carl and him, their personalities perfect. They both funny as hell. They both can talk their ass off
Yeah.
when they come to talking shit. So I mean, obviously, y'all have fun just being around each
And
other.
also, I think a good, especially in today's day and age, like y'all motherfuckers, man and female, y'all gotta stop posting y'all shit on social media. Like you and your boyfriend get into an argument, you ain't gotta blast a nigga on text. You gotta expose the messages and shit like that because a lot of y'all know damn well y'all gonna do all that and still be with me. You're just gonna look like a fucking idiot.
A
You
lot of
did all
times,
that for what? And a lot of times, a lot of shit that y'all could have worked through, once you put it out there, you kind of can't come back. It's like, you already embarrassed. I ain't even have to fuck with you no more. You know, the relationship fucked up now.
yeah.
But people, they want like, I'm gonna show them what you do. Like, why? You've never seen me post anything about it. If you knew, you probably never be. Obviously, you know people get in arguments, but you would never know it from looking at my social media.
Of course.
You would never know from looking at Carla's social media. The only time I ever post some dumbass shit, we got an argument, was a song lyric, which in hindsight was super fucking corny. I was like, we got an argument. I was like, never mind, I ain't gonna say what the fuck. That shit
Hey,
was
I do that all
so
the time. So
goddamn corny.
I guess
It
I
was
live on
like,
corny.
what was
I
that
live on
Meek Mill
corny
song? What was that
views.
Meek Mill song with Nicki Minaj? Anybody want to buy a heart? I was like, what the fuck that to me? Bro, she clowned me about that shit all the fucking time. I was like, bro, why the fuck did I tweet that shit? But you still wouldn't even know
I'm a
we was
lyric
arguing.
tweeting
That was
ass
like a little
nigga.
innuendo. Like it was like a little.
I'm a lyric tweeting ass nigga. You gonna get them tweets off. I'm gonna
Anybody
get the
want to buy a
tweets.
heart? Oh my god, the fuck did I tweet that shit?
That is cringy.
Oh my
What about
god.
me?
Anybody want to buy love? Nah, I'm wilding now. I'm cheering for that shot. But that's about it. That's the only time I ever tweet some shit. Like I'm about to post text messages. Look what she said. Like, I ain't doing that dumbass shit. That's why I told Carla too. I said, if me and Carla ever got a divorce and I started dating somebody and they posted something on social media, it's done. It's all right. Done. I ain't dealing with that shit. Because like that. I guess I was just sitting here saying, "Oh, red flags," but like that's just one thing to me. It's like a deal breaker. Because I don't got time every time we get an argument for social media to be like, knowing what the fuck going on in our household. I ain't got time for shit like that. That's the time where I feel like you could be like, "Fuck this. I'm leaving this person." Because that shit's like, I'm not. We're not. Hey, let's paint a narrative. Who's the bad guy? Who's the good guy? I'm a victim. I'm not doing that shit every time we get an argument.
But you would notice some shit like that way before marriage.
You never know. You might get married and they never did it, and then they just start doing it.
Yeah.
They got addicted to social media or something. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
You never know. They never posted you until then.
A lot of times, a lot of people are already showing their behavior traits. It's hard for people to hide that type of
She's
shit.
trying to get married. I don't fucking know. Once she get married, she think, "Oh, you
Talk
locked
about
down
Russia
now,
nuts nuke. Fuck it, let them nuke us. Fuck America. No, play.
That's nuke us, nigga. Hell no. Fuck Russia.
Don't be
Where my soundboard at? Where my Joey Diaz sound at? Shit, fuck them.
Just nuke the government.
But I mean, it's like Russia, Ukraine. I don't fucking like. I don't know the consequence. I don't really know I don't know the consequences. I don't know what happens. If them niggas way over there, if they attack them, what happens? I don't even know. There's making it seem like it's like end of the world if that happens. But like, what happens?
I don't believe none of this shit.
Like Russia attacks Ukraine. I get it. We supposed to be protecting Ukraine, NATO, European nations. They supposed to. Why the fuck? I mean, maybe they are talking about that over there, but like, bro, we're over here in our bubble on the other side of the other pond. I don't. Is England talking about doing something? Is Germany talking about like y'all right there, motherfucker? Y'all do something. Why the fuck we always gotta do something? I get it for financial gain. We gotta do, we trying to be the big, the big dogs in the world. But god damn,
You know what's funny? It's like a bully getting mad at another bully for trying to bully. Like, wait, I don't buy none of this shit. Y'all all do this shit. Y'all all take over land that you're not supposed to take over. Y'all all invade shit that y'all not supposed to be invading. Y'all bomb shit y'all not supposed to be bombing. When it's not on your side of things, all of a sudden you want to act like a victim. Oh, shut the fuck up. I ain't going to your draft. I'm not defending this shit. Don't try to get me to buy into giving a fuck about some Ukrainians. Y'all give a fuck about no people. All of a sudden, we got to fight for some Ukrainians. What about the Libyans? When y'all bum more Gaddafi, goddamn. Nobody gave a fuck about the Libyans. I don't give a fuck. What about Afghanistan? I don't give a man. Fuck these motherfuckers. I don't like nothing with politics. Don't get me started with politics. I'm going on rant. I hate it. There's nothing but hypocrisies and contradictions. Fuck them niggas. Niggas go in the room and agree on shit, then come out here and act like they don't like each other. Oh, fuck that shit. Them niggas is friends. That's the funny shit. Like, we send ports to Russia. Russia sends shit to us. Like, we do active business with these fucking countries. And then all of a sudden, we gonna act like we got war with these motherfuckers. It's crazy. It's crazy. You wanna know some real war? Stop sending shit to Russia. Then I know you niggas serious. Stop accepting Russia products. Then I know y'all niggas serious about not giving a fuck about some. I know y'all serious about giving a fuck about Ukraine or some shit like that. Stop fucking with China. Don't use none of their products no more. Then that's when I'll be like, oh, okay, y'all serious about not fucking with China. Until then, I don't want to hear it. You niggas are in each other's pockets constantly. So that shit's stupid to me. Y'all a bunch of family friends infighting.
Bryce that's how I feel. Spiritual. I gotta be a child.
It's the rebel. I understand what he means.
Spirit child. Jesus Christ. I hear you say it's my spirit animal or something.
I mean, you can take any one of those out of context.
I'd rather be an animal than a child as a fucking.
He's my spirit animal. That's weird too, nigga. What?
I'd rather say that than my child.
Well, yeah, China our daddy and Russia our cousin. I don't know why they acting stupid. I don't know why they acting stupid. Now,
I thought they had that nigga on the show. I said, "Oh, them niggas, I ain't gonna lie, they up for that."
Yeah, but Biden actively not. Biden selling all American ass as actively as possible. He's selling America like a brand new stripper. America is Biden pimp. I mean, Biden is whatever the fuck. You know what I'm trying to say. He pimping the fuck out of America. It's for sale. Well, Democrats in general.
Speaking of pimping people out, have you seen that Twitter, that Tinder swindler? You ain't seen that? You gotta watch it. You haven't watched it, so it's kind of hard to like really have a discussion about it. But that shit is
give me a summary.
Fucking crazy. So it's a guy. He's funding this $1 million lifestyle from finessing chicks from multiple different countries, like multiple different countries. He finessed $10 million.
Hey, Hot Boys up 10,001.
Bro, 10 million. Well, he had girls taking out. He had these women taking out $40,000 loans.
Run it up.
They were sending him $30,000 in cash. He was flying them to give him the cash. He was like using
that Hot Boy summer right there, boy. I know
he was using their money Like he would have a chick he with, but he'll use this girl's money to flaunt to this chick how much. That shit was
I
crazy.
wish, I wish, I wish.
Bro, that shit
Nigga,
was 10.
why
Bro,
they hating on my
no,
nigga?
no, the crazy thing about it is when they did like they started like reaching out. He was doing that shit in New York. He was doing that shit to families. Like it was a
You
woman and a
think that's
man talking about.
crazy?
Bro, that
You
shit's
think that's
crazy.
crazy? Wait till you hear about niggas like Joel Osteen.
Well, he's just in your face with it. He ain't even like
No, I'm
to the
being funny.
how about
Niggas
it? He
been
just out there.
pimping. Niggas been pimping since been pimping on both sides. Women pimping simps, getting bags, Birkins, whips, houses, book deals. Hey, niggas get took advantage of you. So, hey, women out here. Hey,
I
hey,
just
man,
see this
our
is
boys
another
up.
one of them. This is one of
Our
those
boys
instances.
up.
This is another one of them instances where it's like I just do not understand the logic of these people. It's
Oh,
like
dang.
if a nigga tell me,
I
"Hey,
wish I could
bro,
do that.
I need $40,000," I'm gonna go take out a loan for $40,000. But it is what it is. I think you know what it is. I get this point because you got to act like you rich, right? I mean, he had to have a lot of money, obviously, to be doing things he's doing. He's flying on private jets year to year. He's going to expensive dinners, expensive hotels. He's doing all these things. What he would do is obviously act rich by taking all these people's money, and then he would be like, because he worked in the he's a diamond son of a diamond billionaire. That's what he told them. And for like a month, he would like show them the lavish lifestyle. Like he literally went the first girl. He went on a Tinder date with her, right? They met on Tinder. He said, "Hey, let's meet up." They met at a 5-star hotel that he was staying at. Which, if a girl pull up, oh shit, 5-star hotel, cha-ching, money. Then he said, "Oh, I gotta go do business in
That's the funny part.
Prague." Yeah, they saw him as coming. That's what it was. He said,
He got
"This
came
is
up on.
this
That's
is
why
a
I like
Twitter.
what?
This is but think about this. This is a Tinder date, first date. They went to 5-star hotel, had coffee, whatever. He said, "Oh shit, I gotta go to Prague for a business trip." I think she lived in like Norway. I don't know how far that is from Norway. It's a flight. He
Hey,
told
okay.
her,
You know how dumb bitch? You a dumb bitch. She ain't never heard no shit named Prague or expected. All you gotta do is say some foreign ass country that you never expect the motherfucker to say.
and he's like, "I'm going." But this is the thing. It's the first date that you just met this dude. He said,
Prague?
"Oh, do you want to go with me?" Think about that. You swipe with a girl on Tinder. This can happen in America. Just say America. You're a businessman. You got money. You swipe with a girl on Tinder. You tell her, "Meet me at Post Oak. We'll go to Post Oak Hotel where all the rich people go. Have a great time." Oh shit, I got to go to New York to. I gotta meet with Jay-Z, whatever the fuck. And you like, "Hey, do you want to go with me?" And she like, "Fuck it, I'll go." Y'all get on the PJ.
Stupid
He's
bitch.
flying around doing this. He said, you know what he did? He said, "Okay, I'm gonna tell my driver take it to your house." You know what the driver pulled up in? A Rolls Royce. Money, money, money. Oh shit, he got a driver. She got a Rolls Royce. He took it to the Rolls Royce, took it home, brought it back, hopped on the PJ, flew to, I don't know if it was Prague, but something like that. He did it for a month, so they know he got money. So when he asks for $40,000 and I'll pay you back, they already like he does luxury shit. He's gonna pay me back.
I ain't gonna lie to
He
you.
just kept telling him. No, but this thing, he
bitch.
told him this is why they did it though. He told them like he's in the diamond business. My enemies are coming for me. He would like take a picture of his bodyguard. He had a blood dripping and him in the ambulance. He was sending this to every chick, the same fucking picture, the same. This is the ploy. My enemies are after me. They're finding me because I'm using my credit cards. Baby, I love you. I trust you. Can I use your credit cards? Can you send me some cash? And they was all just sending the money.
Look
Sending
what
the
money
money.
make a bitch do.
Sending the money. Because they like, he's gonna reimburse me. And then the killer thing is he would send them a check, right? He sent one girl a check. She loaned him $50,000. He sent her a check for 100. He sent her a check for 100,000. She's like,
That's what they're waiting
you
on.
don't. You don't have to do that. You don't have to over. He was like, "Thank
Shut
you for
up,
trusting
bitch.
me." She cashed the check. The bank said, "We're not cashing that check." She called him. She's like, "Simon, the check." He's like, "Hey, they ain't my problem. I did my part. I sent you the check. If they not taking it, that's not on me." And then you know what he do? He on to the next one. He get more money.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't give a fuck how rich a nigga is. I ain't coming off 50 G's for nobody.
I don't give a
You a
fuck.
dumb. Yeah. You're a dumb motherfucker.
Like even
I ain't
it's
gonna
like
lie to you.
even it's like I know you rich, I know you got me. I give you 10,000. But when a motherfucker keep asking for money after money after money, like after a while, you're like, all right, big dog, I'll take out $40,000 loan,
Nigga,
$25,000
you rich
loan.
and you ask me for 10K? Nah, that ain't how rich niggas work. I
Well,
ain't
no,
never known a
this
rich
is what he
nigga
said.
ask me for
He said
10K.
he couldn't use his cars because his enemies were tracking him.
Brother, well, in this unfortunate circumstances, ain't nobody ever rich in their life ever asked me for no money. So this weird ass shit happening now. Hey, I'm sorry, I ain't got it. Don't know
And
what.
then
Hey,
they thought
some
they
real
had him.
shit.
They thought they had him. They went to blogs. They did all this shit, right? They done blew him up. They went to a magazine. They started posting face everywhere. Now everybody can find him. He's a swindler, right? He starts falling off, right? They find his last girlfriend. She finessed that nigga. She said, he took $100,000 from me. I know now. You know what I'm gonna do? I still love you, baby. I know you got all them expensive clothes. You know what? Let me sell them for you and I'll bring you back the cash. He was like, bet I still got her. She took all them Gucci, did all that shit. Put that shit on eBay, started selling all that nigga shit, get her fucking money back. I think she's the only motherfucker got her money back. Then he tried to get a new identity, got a fake passport, flew somewhere. That's how they caught him. He got
That's
15
some weird
months
ass
for the
shit, bro.
fake passport shit. He didn't get charged for none of the fraud, none of the $10 million
You can't.
of fraud, none of
You
that shit
can't.
because he said
It ain't fraud.
he just said I was borrowing it. I mean, I ain't stealing. Y'all gave it to me.
Yeah, if you give him money,
I was just borrowing
hey,
it.
that's up. I seen that happen. He was like, "Hey man, you give me your money, I can go open up some housing, and you for Africa it's gonna be cheaper or some shit like that or some car shit." I don't remember what it was, and it was for millions of dollars, and they gave it to him willingly, and he just didn't come up with the product, and that was their fault.
Yep. And then this is the killer part. They like, we got him. He went to jail. So the show ends, right? He's out. He got a new course. Guess what he's doing now? He's selling business tips. And if you go on his Instagram, he's still living a lavish fucking lifestyle. I don't know how. I don't know if he's still titter swindling
He's
or whatever.
smart. He's
And
smart.
it said these women, they're still paying off. They
He gonna
did.
have a movie
They
like
still
Wolf of
paying
Wall
off. They
Street.
did.
He gonna have a
And he
movie
living a
like the Wolf of
life.
Wall Street. Him like, the thing about people, they all have vulnerability. If you just play into that, you can win them. It's like it's gonna be a mix of the Focus movie and Wolf of Wall Street.
That shit just shows you what
But
money
no,
will
that
make you
shit's sick
do,
though.
bro.
That
That
shit's sick
shit
though.
what money will make you do, man. You think that
And
nigga all that money? He took on a private jet for the first date.
I ain't gonna lie, women be wild.
It's not even just
Hey,
women.
girl.
If you watch the full thing, he was doing it to. It was like a
I'm talking about
guy.
the being flown out shit. I'm not going out.
It was
I'm
a
not flying
guy.
out
It
with
was a
somebody
guy and
I
his
just
wife.
met
They
them.
wasn't really in the documentary, but they was like just started having people doing voicemails to the producers and shit. He did this to me. He did that. He did. He caught me here. He had people thinking that he was a fucking airline pilot. He was a Mossad agent, and they was believing him.
Man, you got enough money, bro. You can sell anybody a dream.
But I think with the Mossad agent shit, he was just like, I can't use any money because I'm undercover trying to find this thing. Can you help me? Bro, he been doing that shit. His mama, they went to his last known residence. His mama was there. He said, man, she was like, I ain't seen this nigga since he was 18. He had this shit
That's crazy.
planned out. He actually legally changed his name to the last
What's
name
that?
of the billionaire. That shit's crazy.
What's that nigga? Leo DiCaprio. He played in that movie when he was like, he faked being a pilot. Then he learned how to.
Catch Me If You Can.
Yeah, that's what they
It's
remind me
like
of.
that. I don't know if Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie because that's a real thing. You know that, right?
Yeah,
I don't know if he was swindling money. I mean, he was getting money somehow, but
he
not to the
wasn't swindling. I
extent.
mean, he was swindling people, but the fact that he was like faking jobs and shit like this,
He was actually able
he
to
was able
like
to
do
act like
these
a cop
things.
and all this shit. Yeah,
He was actually doing these things, which is fucking crazy.
yeah. But no, when I said women be tripping, I was talking about like being flown out and you ain't never met that person.
That's
That's some
crazy.
dangerous
That's
shit.
crazy.
What they said, serial killer. I forgot the nigga name. Like that nigga be putting up Hall of
Put up
Fame
numbers on.
stats.
He put up numbers on the board in today's day.
Ted
What was
Bundy
it?
and some shit.
Ted Bundy. He put numbers on the board right now, boy. Tinder was it, boy?
Like that's some dangerous shit to be doing.
A random man. I know. I think it's people also when they see wealth, they think wealth is like safe. Like he can't have all this money and be like a bad person. Like we think of poor is bad and wealth is good. Like they're a good person. They're gonna do nothing to me bad if I go on this private jet with him. Like what's he gonna do? But
Look what money make a bitch
you gotta
do.
watch. You gotta watch. You said you got Netflix, right? You watch Kanye shit.
Yeah.
Watch the Tinder. I think it's called the Tinder Swindler. I think that's what it's called. That shit's crazy.
Man, I wish I could do some shit like that.
That
I'm being funny. No, I couldn't imagine taking that much money from people, bro. That's some wild ass shit.
That's
Like
too much
that's like
work. It's got
that's
to be too
wild
much
ass shit.
work. It's too much work. He got to
Like me,
keep up with all these identities. He's got to be texting all these women. He's got to make multiple videos saying these women. This is too much.
and a person like that believe his lies. Like a
He
person
think
like
he
that.
is the guy. He think he is the billionaire son with the
Yeah,
enemies.
yeah. That's crazy.
But no.
I
Man.
feel like I was
Oh,
just gonna say this like that. I feel like with me, if I was ever do some shit like that, I'm gonna hit. If once I get 50K once, I'm gonna go flip that shit into something else, and I ain't gonna never do this shit again. That nigga, like, you know what? Like,
I'm gonna run it up.
that's crazy, bro.
Like
That's
you
crazy.
might feel bad for them girls, but you got 10. He came up 10
But you,
million.
bro, to be funny, there's millions of women like him. There's millions of women that's examples of him. Maybe just not to that. Women been finessing. A lot of women, especially some good looking women, been able to finesse their way into some shit
Oh
of
damn,
his
they
standard.
attacking them niggas right now.
Huh? Somebody.
They attacking them niggas, man. This Russia, Ukraine. They letting them hoes go off.
So Russia trying to take over Ukraine, but they're gonna blow everything up first.
That's how you got to do it. Then we gonna rebuild.
None of this makes sense.
So this is gonna happen. Let me tell you what's gonna happen. This is gonna happen. This is gonna
Can't
happen.
be a real world.
This is gonna happen.
Can't be a real world.
Russia gonna attack Ukraine, right? They gonna see what happens. Like who gonna hop in? America gonna hop in. Germany maybe hop in. Whoever gonna hop in. And then China, they sitting back like, okay, that's how they handle y'all shit. Because China wants to take over Taiwan. It's like that land, like, hey, motherfucker,
Why
this our
though?
shit.
Why?
Because they say that's they shit. Like they say like y'all are China. Y'all ain't your own.
Look, like,
That's why
okay,
they
so that's
don't want
like
people to
Houston
recognize
getting
them.
upset. That's like Houston getting upset because you call some shit Katie. But nigga, who gives a fuck? They need you.
The Chinese need that power, man. They want the power. This our shit. I don't give a fuck.
Bro, we living with some dumbass people. Dumbass
That's like
government.
like Alaska.
What?
Alaska technically isn't even attached to the United States of America. Like really, it's attached to Canada, right?
Like what? You've been Russia for hundreds of years.
Why do you need this other shit? Why do you need just leave the niggas in Ukraine alone?
And
Just
my,
leave
my
them
thing is,
niggas
you want to
alone.
blow everything up, then go in there like.
That's how war work, man. We go in, we pillage, we take, and then it's our shit.
Me, I'm gone. I ain't fighting shit. Y'all got me fucked up. For some what? For what?
That's my thing. What does Ukraine have that Russia wants? Is it the
They want
land?
their
They just want the
people.
land. I don't know what they want. But anyways, I just saw that people was just posting it. Why is Russia? Let me see.
Stupid ass world we live in.
So once again, citizens officials. Okay. So while there are heightened fears of potential military conflict in eastern Ukraine, the area has actually been the location of a proxy war between Ukraine and Russia for some time. Soon after Russia's annexation from Crimea from Ukraine in 2014, pro-Russian separatists proclaimed two republics in the eastern part of the country, the Donetsk People's Republic and the Lithuanian People's Republic, much of the Ukrainian government's consternation. Since then, there have been ongoing skirmishes and fighting in the region, which is known as the Donbas between Ukraine troops and separatists. Germany and France have tried to broker peace deals between Russia and Ukraine, known as the Minsk Agreement. And although the fighting in the Donbas has been punctuated by periods of ceasefire, both Ukraine and Russia have accused each other of violating the terms of the deal, and fighting has resumed. So they're fighting over like two pieces of land that are like in conflict between each other, I guess.
So we're gonna go risk people that go to work on a normal day lives for what? Like I Bro, when we think about the people that we
Why
let
not
be
just,
in
bro? It's
charge,
two of
bro,
them. It's two of them. Hey, bro, you take one, we'll take one. Let's call it a day. You take that one, make it Russia. We'll take that one, make it Ukraine. Call it a fucking day.
but who even cares though? Like in totality, who really cares? Like who really cares? Who does this really affect? Nobody. Nobody that's normal.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
about
only some.
power. It's about power.
What?
The more land we take over, the more power we got.
Really? That's how power works.
Yeah, that's why
Well,
China
if that's
is
the case.
financed. That's why China.
Africa should be America
No,
then.
because China is
But,
financing everything in Africa right now. That's why China's trying to make
but we
money
were
in Africa.
saying
That's why
you said
China's
bigger,
moving into not North America. What's it called? Into South America and giving them so much, investment and resources. And because the more numbers you got, the more power you got. That's what China doing right now. But they doing a
this is a
financial
joke.
war.
It's a joke when you're already at the level of resources you are as a powerful country.
They
Like,
want
what are we
more.
talking about here?
They want more. They want to take over Africa.
My point is, what does it really affect for us? Nothing. Nothing. Unless we dying. But besides that,
Unless we dying. As long
like,
as
bro,
motherfuckers.
you can't
See,
give
look,
me a reason.
breaking European markets are set to plunge after Russia launches attack on Ukraine. Look, they fuck with the economy.
Which is good for the economy. I don't care about this shit, man.
It's gonna drop. Niggas gonna start. People with the money gonna start buying, and then it's gonna go back up.
War is good for the economy. No one's, of course, it's bad right now. Well, it's the initial flux of things. War make these countries profit on war, bro. I'm over it. I wish we could just like have like a common sense like clearing of everybody's minds and just like get these niggas out of here. But I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, all right, it's 12 o'clock. I got a newborn. Salute to y'all in the chat. Salute to everybody coming. I got shit to do. Hope you guys have a great. Oh, damn! I in the stream. Oh no, I said no. My bad. Okay. Anyways, if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe right now. Turn on post notifications. If you're not, turn on post notifications. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed the show. It's your boy D friend.
This boy be Neil.